Your hosts, Randy Rainwater and Rick Schaeffer. Lock it in and get ready to dial us up. Drive Time Sports is on the air.
Good afternoon. Welcome to Drive Time Sports. You're on the Buzz Radio Network. He's back. Rick Schaeffer standing by in Northwest Arkansas. I'm Randy Rainwater from the capital city. Good afternoon, Mr. Rick Schaeffer.
Well, good afternoon, Randy Rainwater. It's great to be back just in time for the NFL Draft. I'm sure we'll be talking about it for 2.5 hours, just like NFL experts on ESPN and the NFL Network have been talking about it every minute of every day for months. Isn't that amazing? I mean, good grief. How much can you put into this? I know people like Marcus Elliott's going to watch every second of the draft. Do you watch every second of the draft?
Close.
Do you really?
Now, I'll miss Saturday. I will miss
my
Saturday.
gosh. Can you tape it? Is there a way you can watch it?
I may have to. I don't know. I got to figure out
Good grief.
how I can sew a phone or something, a screen on my hand so I can keep up with it. No, we'll be on hand, Mark and I both.
Yeah,
so Marcus will be taken away from the TV as well.
Hey, he'll tape it.
Yeah.
I heard as soon as the it's over, they're going to start the pregame for Super Bowl next year.
Probably so. You know, the NFL milks this. I know they're the best marketed league and all that, but think about it. Okay, so Major League Baseball holds its draft in season. The NBA holds its shortly after their season ends. Even though there's already discussion on it, because obviously college basketball has been over for a while, and who's in and who's out, and Cy Cuff just declared, and he's going to go to the NBA draft. But the NFL, other than the Super Bowl, their season is over in January. And for a lot of teams, it's over early in January. This is April. It's nonstop stuff about this.
Rick, before I get in trouble,
okay.
I need to do this real quick.
Oh, we got somebody with us?
Trey Biddy is brought to you by Crain Hyundai, Arkansas's #1 Hyundai dealer, and Genesis of Conway, Arkansas's only Genesis dealer. Genesis of Conway, the future of luxury today. Now, here's Trey Biddy.
You prep yourself. You've got string around your finger. You got all these things in place. Because I knew Trey would be on at 4:06.
Okay.
What did I do? I said, "Oh, he's back," and next thing I know,
there's
we're
Trey.
off in
I'm
left
sorry.
field.
Well, Trey is on early, not because of practice, though, right?
No. He just
other
asked
obligations.
Other obligations.
Yeah, he just asked if he could come on at 4 o'clock. I had no good reason.
Great for you.
I didn't have a good reason to say no.
Okay, so Trey, I saw your video on. This is great. The good spring game's going to be good. No TV. Didn't know if there's any radio. There is radio. I can tell you that broadcast. But anyway, and I guess you got to either join the foundation or pay to get in, huh?
Well, you could sign up for a newsletter, or just sign up with email,
and then unsubscribe on Sunday.
And then you can unsubscribe anytime. Yeah, that'll get you in also.
Well, the foundation newsletters are probably pretty harmless, I'd guess.
Pretty harmless. Yeah, probably so.
Please, sir, we want more. Please, sir. We want
Matt.
Give me more. Give me more.
Okay.
All right. What we did find out today, Trey, is the rosters for both the red and the white.
I'm taking the red at 3.5.
Oh!
Wow. Goodness. Are we going to get an update on that at 4:30, Randy?
Is that because of KJ Jackson?
It's because of KJ Jackson mainly, and I think wide receivers too. I mean, I like Courtney Crutchfield and C.J. Brown, Antonio Jordan, plus you have Jaden Platt as well. I think they did a pretty good job overall, actually. I mean, you've got he's only got a couple of starting offensive linemen, but the white team has 3 of them. But I feel like the defense, they did a really good job at balancing it out. So it should be fun. We've seen in the past where they've done things like, well, they do, just the first team versus the second team, and they'd have all these little fake ways that the second team can score, like if they stop the offense and they get 3 points or a touchdown or something like that. So this should be as game-like as possible in that sense. So should be fun.
Did we lose Trey?
No, there he is.
Okay.
He's still there.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's okay.
I had
should be a
some
fun
echo
game.
issues, so I rebooted.
Okay.
Okay.
I
So
still
you
have
like-
echo issues.
So, yeah, I was watching your video again. I saw that you like the fact that it's a split game, which is the way it used to be years
Yeah.
ago. It's been a long
Mhm.
time.
Yeah.
So at least it'll be competitive, you hope, right?
Yeah, a little bit of the spark has been taken out of it. I mean, maybe it's because we've had a couple of rainouts. I think was last year's rained out. Didn't they rain out last year?
I think it was, yeah.
Yes, it
And
was.
then I feel like
Yes.
a couple of years ago we had the Garth Brooks concert, so they didn't do it.
That's right.
And then a few years before that, they tried to do it inside, and it was just
Yeah.
kind of
That was a
a
flop.
cluster. And Raleigh,
Yeah.
Raleigh Williams got hurt.
Yeah.
It just didn't work out very well. But it feels like since around Brett Bielema's second year, I feel like they set a record with like 44,000 there, and it just feels like it's just kind of declined since then. And then you
Because
had
of Razor Fest. We had Razor Fest. Nobody acknowledges that. That's why the crowds were so big. And that was a Champions for Kids event. They were, the football team. Nobody would have, they wouldn't have had 40,000 if it weren't for that. And I'm sorry to stand up for my wife's organization, but.
Well, I mean, some of those were great. Like, there was times where you had Jimmy Johnson here.
Yeah.
And, just a
That
lot
was because
of big,
of Razor Fest.
Yeah.
It wasn't because
right,
of the Razorbacks.
that's what I'm saying. Some of those Razor Fests were really good, like really well put. Not that they all weren't, but I mean, there was that one year that it was just seemed like there was just Jimmy Johnson was there, and it was really blown out. And that might have been the year that there was 44,000 there. So, but this one's supposed to, it's supposed to have a pretty good turnout. Also,
so.
they got Justin Moore playing at 12:45 in Hogtown.
That's a big deal.
And I think they start festivities at 10. They've got like a classic car show. They've got petting zoo for the kids. They've got inflatables, all that kind of stuff too. And then after the game is an autograph session.
I'm looking at, what if it does rain? Because there is a chance. There's a chance.
I don't think I think most of the rain's supposed to come in tomorrow.
Okay.
Last I looked at it up here, let's see. Yeah, we've got rain. It's supposed to rain tomorrow, and then you got some rain in the morning.
On Saturday.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I hope that's the case, and that it's a nice day for football. A nice day for Justin Moore. Justin's I like Justin. I'm on with him on Tuesday mornings on Baz's show, but I've never heard him in person. I've heard his music, but I've never heard him in person. So I hope I get a chance to do that.
Well, it's your opportunity, as long as you're a member of the Razorback Foundation.
Well,
or agree to get some newsletters.
We're working the broadcast Saturday, so I got a pass to go.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Okay.
Well, you're not having a 3-hour pregame, are you?
No, we're just on it. I don't know what time we're on, but game starts at 2, so surely I can listen to him for 30 minutes or
maybe
so.
30 minutes at least.
Yeah, that's right. And I'm told there's no parking. You just park where you want. So I guess wherever you can. I guess they told you that too, huh, Trey?
Well, I was just thinking about that. I might need to hit up Carl Parkinson just to make sure. But, yeah, I believe it's park anywhere.
Yeah, let me know. Same thing if you find something out in that regards.
I know that there are no stats. No, there's not going to be a stat broadcast for it. So it'll be up to the media members, which feels like a job for my interns because I want to actually watch the game. I mean, it's not going to be. I can't go home and just turn it on afterwards.
That's right.
I need to be able to focus on what's happening out there.
That is true. No replay.
And it affects your walk and talk.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
Got to have. We will have a walk and talk after the game.
Got to have full attention on the walk and talk.
Coming soon, a run and pun with Rick Schaeffer. It's going to happen.
No. I'm not doing those. But I watch Trey's. I hope it's in like some of them last year, Trey. What a disappointment. Big crowd.
Gloom and doom.
All those expensive hot dogs.
There's been a lot of those, and they were all spot on also.
Did not miss a one. Do you know what, Trey? that we forgot to talk about. It's been over a week now.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, over a week now, because I always say this is the first signal of the impending football season, the Southeastern Conference. Did you see the media day lineup?
I saw they released the order that that everybody was going to be
the order.
Yeah. Arkansas is
Last
Arkansas
day,
is
Yes, last day.
for the third straight year.
Wow, really?
Third straight year. Yeah, that's ridiculous because if anybody who knows anything about media days knows that the thing just completely dies down that last day. All the events are done. People start shuffling out. And Arkansas has been the last day 3 years in a row. You can't convince me, like people say, quit complaining about the schedule and all this stuff. You can't convince me that they just do not care about Arkansas. I mean,
I'm with
even
you.
when the schedule came out, I said, watch. They will either give Arkansas, Arkansas will either open up on the road, or they will give them Georgia at home to open the SEC slate.
You were right.
Yeah. I had no doubt in my mind that was how it was going to play out, and of course it did. It's never just like, let's give Arkansas a manageable home game, one that they really have a good shot at winning, and it just, it goes back to like the COVID year.
But they can't find anybody, Trey.
Maybe. But it does go back to that COVID year where, they gave Arkansas, Georgia, and Florida. Yeah.
And Florida was good. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, and this year it's back-to-back years at Texas. So
yeah,
that's understandable. You get Missouri back-to-back years,
so and
great.
Texas played Arkansas back-to-back years in Fayetteville. Those were non-conference games, but
yeah, that's right. They were not. Did they?
Back-to-back times they played. Yeah.
Okay, times, but not back-to-back years.
Not back-to-back years. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. All right, I was trying to remember how did I miss
that? Wasn't it? So Arkansas and Texas played in 2021.
Yeah.
And then they came up here in the first year of the SEC.
That's right. Yeah. Yeah, that's about the only non-favor that Texas got its first year in the SEC, and by that time Arkansas wasn't that tough a game anyway.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Here is an idea that I'm surprised I really hadn't thought about.
Okay.
This from our Middleton Heat and Air Bus text line. Why don't they stream it and make people pay $10? That goes to NIL.
Maybe they need Randy Rainwater or whoever that caller was in charge. A little $10 pay-per-view.
They didn't consult with me. They will not consult with me, so I can give you that assurance. Let's see. Joey says, by way of our Middleton Heat and Air. So we split the team evenly. Now we have 1 in 5 teams playing each other. No wonder it isn't being streamed.
That's smart.
That's pretty funny. Actually, 1 in 6. He missed it.
Yeah, 1 in 6. It's pretty good.
Joey.
No, it was 1 in 5. He was right. Yep. I'm wrong. 1 in 5.
Yep.
Yeah, 2 and 10. You're right. Okay.
Yeah, see yourself out, Joey.
This from our Middleton Heat and Air. Rick always stands up for the person who prepares your food for obvious reasons. Talking about Adelaide.
Yeah, when defending, her organization.
The Razor Fest.
Oh.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. Oh, well, Razor Fest was a good event, and we enjoyed doing it for years. And anyway, it's no longer, and the Razorbacks do put in some nice things for the spring game, so I think that's good too. But yes, I do salute my wife. She's really good.
Ow. Something went through my ears. This from our Middleton Heat and Air, kind of the follow-up on the streaming. Why no TV coverage? No one really is jumping on TV this year. So why not Arkansas?
Oh, you know what, though? Some of these teams don't want it. Well, of course, there's no transfer portal, so I guess
no more transfer portal.
I guess it's all right.
And Trey, by the way, have you heard, is this going to be like a game, or will there be a running clock? Is it going to be 15-minute quarters? Is it going to be just number of plays? Do you have any regard to that?
I tried to. So we haven't. It's been a while since we have talked to Ryan Silverfield. It's been a while. And so I tried to get as much information. I say me, but like all of us in the media tried to get as much information as we could from Tim Cramsey and Ron Roberts, who had.
And they did a good job of sharing what they could, I'm guessing.
Yeah, but no, I think it's going to be as game-like as possible. I assume they'll punt and probably not have live punt or live kickoff, but I assume they'll incorporate the kicking game. It won't be live, and everything else except for the quarterbacks will be.
Yeah.
That's what I expect.
That makes sense.
Yeah. They may do a little bit of stuff like, hey, let's go do some goal line work or something like that. But as far as I understand, it's let's line it up, spot the ball at the 25, and move up and down the field.
Yeah, sometimes they'll put a number of plays. They have an idea if they want to run 120, whatever it may be. But
I bet it's a running clock in the second half.
Yeah, I would be surprised if not. You're right. Trey got an idea. I haven't, since it's not going to be streamed, maybe you could take your phone and put it on the action, then call me, and then I could just watch it from your TV. From your phone.
Somebody will do that.
Somebody.
You're not supposed to.
Yeah, I'll find it on TikTok, I'm sure.
Yeah, ESPINTO likes to do that.
Hey, man, secrets. Don't let them all out, bro.
I can't believe anyone would send spies, either, for that matter, to Georgia, who did have their game televised. Why would someone send spies? Could you not just somewhat pick up the film of Florida to understand Arkansas's probable defense? Could you not pick up game tape and see what Ramsey's going to do offensively? Isn't this going to be the same exact system both ran at Florida and Memphis?
Yeah, it's going to be dumbed down though. They're not going to do all their best stuff. You know, it'll be pretty basic.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. I'm not expecting Arkansas to go deep into its playbook. I'm just saying, I expect if you really want to know what Cramsey or Roberts is about, just go get game tape of last year's defense for Florida, and same thing for the offense of Memphis. Yep. All right, Trey, this is coming from our Middleton Heat and Air Buzz text line. Please ask Trey, what happens to kids that are in the portal when it closes, basketball or football? I assume they can go where they want as a walk-on if accepted. Are schools no longer allowed to make scholarship or NIL offers to them?
So the portal closes for entry. It doesn't close for exit. So somebody enters the transfer portal, they can come out after it closes. They can commit to a school after it closes.
And that can go all the way up until when school starts.
Yep, all the way till when school starts.
Yep. And then you got the window, whatever it is, if it needed to be extended, maybe by another week. But beyond that, nope. It's once you're in the portal, you're in the portal unless you remove yourself from the portal. But the deadline, as Trey talked about, April 21st is come and gone. So for basketball, if you're not in the portal by then, you can leave school. Now that's I know they're trying to close that little hole right there. Those that are leaving school that should have gone in the transfer portal but didn't, trying to close that little loophole. Okay, just read that one right there. Okay. Oh, by the way, Trey, you got business tonight, an obligation tonight. You're gonna miss the draft, but you won't miss. If you're around for the second and third round, be sure, because Rick's already promised me he's going to watch.
No, I haven't.
Pick number 57. Pick number 57.
Is that where Mike's coming off the board?
That is where the Pittsburgh Steelers will be drafting, and that is the Heinz Company. They will be giving free ketchup for life to the 57th overall pick.
Oh, how about that?
I correct that. The Bears have the 50. Because of Heinz 57, I was thinking they were doing that because they were also Pittsburgh located. Yeah. But anyway, Bears, they have the 57th pick right now.
It's better than Duke Mayo dumping the winning coach with mayonnaise.
Yeah, worst ever.
Again, the losing coach should have mayonnaise dumped on him.
Facts.
That's true. You're right.
But now, how much ketchup could you actually consume? That'd be the question.
Well, you got to put it on something.
Well, I
can't just
understand
eat
that.
ketchup.
I've got a buddy. Shout out Chris Russell, who uses more ketchup than anybody I've ever seen in my life. Just
Really?
like, oh my gosh, it's like grab 3 fries and scoop up the ketchup like a spoon.
Nothing
is
sets
a
off
lot.
the taste of a great steak like some ketchup.
Yeah.
I do like ketchup on steak. I'm sorry to tell you that.
Yeah, I'm
but I do.
just
Oh
quoting a
my
movie.
gosh,
waiting. Yeah.
Rick.
Yeah, I'm not
I
a fan
do.
of you doing
Sorry.
that, but I'm just quoting a movie.
Rick said that, not me.
It's okay.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I do. I'm sorry.
I don't think you've had a steak prepared correctly. How do you have it cooked?
Well done.
Oh, yeah, there's your problem.
Oh my
There's your
gosh.
problem right there.
Rare.
Yeah.
Medium rare.
Shapur! Uncle Shapur! Talk to Rick!
My steaks have never gotten up off the plate. Don't give me that. I don't want them bleeding on the plate.
Well done steak with
Well
ketchup,
done.
please.
That's me.
That is unbelievable.
You take a
Is this for your
filet,
8-year-old?
you put it on a fillet. Oh my gosh. Trey, we'll talk with you
Any
tomorrow.
steak.
Bye, guys.
Trey Biddy, HawgSports.com, being brought to you by Crain Hyundai and Genesis of Conway.
Oaklawn Hot Springs presents Oaklawn Race Day with Justin Acree and David Longinati every Saturday morning at 11. It's your inside track to America's hottest thoroughbred action.
Mother's Day is Sunday, May 10th, and you can make it unforgettable with something truly special from Tipton and Hurst, Arkansas's premier florist for over a century. Tipton and Hurst is your most trusted source for gorgeous floral arrangements, fine gift baskets, and high-quality blooming plants. If you're looking for something to brighten your Mother's Day, Tipton and Hurst has you covered. Shop at locations in Little Rock, North Little Rock, Conway, Pine Bluff, and Rogers, or enjoy the convenience of delivery right to Mom's doorstep. Don't miss out on this opportunity to show your mother how truly special she is. Call 501-666-3333 or visit tiptonhurst.com today.
Bradford Marine and ATV's Founders Day sale is here, and you could save thousands on all remaining 2025 inventory, like the Sun Tracker Party Barge 18 or the High Performance Nitro Z18, or step into the affordable Ranger Z518. Don't delay. These 2025s will not last. Great deals with great selection along with great financing means family fun in the sun. Open all weekend long. It's the Founders Day sale at all Bradford Marine and ATV statewide locations. Your Ranger Nitro Tracker dealer.
This is a special alert to all Americans who own a vehicle with less than 200,000 miles with an auto warranty about to expire or with no warranty coverage at all. Due to a decline in the economy, CarShield is announcing a low-cost month-to-month vehicle protection plan that is now available to the public to save any driver out-of-pocket expenses on future auto repairs. Call now to find out how you can pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. Yes, you heard that correctly. Pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. An open phone line has been established for all drivers to call for a free quick quote. Call 800-326-3980 now. Drivers who are covered will not have to pay for covered repairs again. This protection plan is at an all-time low. Additionally, drivers who activate this vehicle protection today will also receive free roadside assistance, free towing, and car rental options at no additional cost. Call us for your free quick quote today. 800-326-3980. That's 800-326-3980. What do you have to lose? Call 800-326-3980. Again, 800-326-3980.
We got the big deals, the big rock.
Steve, I think it's time to clean out our used car inventory, so we're slashing prices on everything from 4Runners, Wranglers, Broncos, F-150s, and more. Right now, we're doing sales tax paid on all pre-owned vehicles, and I've talked to the banks, and they are saying yes to 0 down.
We'll clear these vehicles out fast, so folks don't waste time. The best will go first.
Come see us today at the Big Lot, Chris Crain, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Alcoa Road, and Benton.
This is Pat Bradley, and if you haven't been to Wood Grill Buffet in Benton, well, what are you waiting for? The Wood Grill Buffet was just rated the top buffet in Arkansas and the 15th best in the U.S. by a national organization, as featured on KARK. Over 200 items, huge meat bar, salad bar, hot food bar, and the sweetest dessert you've ever seen. Open Thursday through Sunday for lunch and dinner. Exit 118 in Benton. Come one, come all, come hungry.
You're listening to Drive Time Sports live from the Eat My Catfish studios. Feeding a crowd, catering from Eat My Catfish has you covered. the #1 sports radio show in Arkansas. Drive Time Sports on the Buzz Radio Network.
Welcome back. Drive Time Sports, you're on the Buzz Radio Network. Rick Schaeffer. I'm Randy Rainwater, joined now by my man Neal Atkinson by way of Bet Saracen. I don't know where there's more traffic. Is there more traffic for the double R props or for all the NFL props that are out there?
Well, I'm going to have to be honest. There's a little bit more traffic on the NFL draft tonight because it's such a big event. But, I mean, when Arkansas baseball is playing, and since we're the only book in the state that does this level of props for college baseball, it has a loyal following and it performs very well. But it's really, really hard to compete an Arkansas baseball game with the NFL draft. But it's not that far off if you look at both of them in relation. So, hey, we're proud of those Arkansas specials, and we know a lot of people come to our book because they can't get these types of scoring and props anywhere else.
And speaking of the NFL draft tonight, actually will be tomorrow night. Do you go that far in regards to projections? Heinz ketchup is giving away a lifetime supply of ketchup for the player who is drafted number 57, hence Heinz 57. The Bears right now have that pick. Do you go that deep in the draft?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, we'll update it now. Any draft market that is contingent on one, like a previous pick and that pick's gone, all those draft markets will go off the board when it starts. But that deep in the draft, day 2, we will have markets around that. And I will have to tell you this, if whoever wins that lifetime supply of ketchup, and if they like their steaks well done, they will need that lifetime supply of ketchup. So I'm sorry, I couldn't help myself, Rick. I
love it.
We're Red Oak is the best steakhouse in the state of Arkansas, and if you do want a well done steak, come and get it here because we'll even make that taste good. And you might not need a lifetime supply of ketchup for
it. Okay, Rick is for some reason disappeared on us. That's okay.
Did you run him off?
No, I've got his volume up.
No, I just had my volume down.
He's definitely not turning his steak on the grill.
No, I just had my volume down. And, the thing about it is, I was promoting Heinz by telling them that I like ketchup on my steak, and everybody just drilled me for that. Can you believe that?
Grilled?
Yeah.
Well done.
How can you eat that? How can you eat that?
Are you well done now?
Well, am I well done now?
Well, yeah. If you're talking
if I eat a steak,
steak,
that's why.
Well done. We grilled you.
If I go down to your favorite restaurant and tell Shapur I want a well done steak, is he going to throw me out?
Well, he might debate with you.
Well,
I mean, never mind. We're taking up Neal's time. Okay.
Neal, how do you like your steaks, Neal?
Oh, huh? I'm a purist. I'm a purist, medium rare.
There you go.
I'm a purist.
Is that a purist?
Rare.
Yep.
A purist likes it rare, medium rare.
Medium rare.
Okay.
Yes, it's got the most flavor.
Oh, does it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. Medium.
Well, that's because you don't put ketchup on it. That gives it plenty of flavor.
Rick, look how fat. Rick, look how fat I am and skinny you are. I got it down. I got that eating steak down.
Put a little ketchup on your steak. That'll help you.
Okay, Neal. Where do we find this good stuff? We have gotten off track here big time.
Yeah, the welcome offer is not ketchup today. It is still get $2.50. But anyway, you go to BetSaracen.com on the web or from your phone. Go to the App Store, download the app, hit that registration button, use the code GET250, GET250. We'll give you $250 in free bets to use in the next 2 weeks once your first 25 bets settles. Everybody else, check out that promo page. We got 50% NCAA baseball parlay props and 20% NBA SGPs, same game parlay boost, profit boost on those props too. good luck, everybody. Good luck on your draft picks. Hope your team, whoever it may be, drafts the player that gets you to the Super Bowl next year. Good luck, everybody, and we'll talk tomorrow.
All right, Neal, real quick before I let you go, I forgot I was supposed to ask this for Wes. When the draft starts at 7 o'clock, does that mean all the just like it is for a game? Does that mean everything comes down?
Yeah, the majority of the markets will come down once the draft starts. Now, anything that leads to second two is not connected to a pick, like Mr. Irrelevant, things like that will stay up, and we will update the draft odds tomorrow for round two. So a lot of the markets will come down because a lot of information starts going out, and there's open communication in those rooms, and leaks happen. So.
Okay, very good. All right, thank you, Neal. There's Neal Atkinson by way of Bet Saracen. We'll talk to Neal tomorrow. Oh, my goodness, it is hard to believe all this that I'm just now reading, but that's okay.
A lot of steak talk.
Nobody else likes their steak with ketchup, huh?
This is from our Middleton Heat and Air from the 501.
Yeah.
Rick and Roger with the well-done steaks with
Oh,
ketchup.
Roger, too, huh?
I knew they
Really?
were brothers. Okay.
How about that? Okay, I'll confess. When I was young, there was a movie called, I think it was The Thrill of It All, with James Garner. And James Garner was a Texas-type cowboy, and he was doing business in New York City. And they went to a restaurant, and the waiter asked him, "How do you want your steak?" He said, "Burned." Well, that had an influence on me. And then my dad, when he used to cook steaks on the grill, he always charred them a little bit, and I thought that was really good. So that's why I've eaten it that way ever since. That's the influence that media can have on you, and I've eaten it that way ever since. I cannot imagine eating a steak with any pink in it.
Well,
but most everybody else thinks I'm crazy, and that's how you're supposed to eat it.
I started that day. I started that way back when I was in diapers, but then eventually my wife convinced me that you need to enjoy the flavor of the steak, and the way that you enjoyed the flavor of the steak was not burn it, not make it that you were chewing leather, and I finally gave in to it.
Rumor has it Rick's still chewing on the steak he cooked last year.
Now I will do this. I will do this.
Yeah.
I will see if Shapur. I will check with Shapur to see if he will actually fix a steak burnt. I mean, very well done. And if
not
that's
for
the
me.
case,
Just if somebody comes in and orders it that way,
because I want to bring you down, and then I'll talk him into maybe the 10-ounce fillet. Half of it. Oh, I hate thinking of burning a fillet, and then the other.
You don't burn it,
medium
but it's well done,
and then
yeah.
you get to try it out.
A little crispy on the outside. That's the hard thing is though. Some places you order it and you say I like it well done, and I guess they cook it on the outside that is kind of well done, but they don't get it totally well done on the inside.
No, they just take a blowtorch and say, okay, let's see if we can get this thing dark enough for Rick.
Whatever you guys think is well done, my mama will send it back saying it's raw. She likes a lump of coal on a bun when she gets a burger. Like, I've never seen anybody eat a steak that has no more steak color or shape.
Yeah, I've sent them back before, but now
burgers
are different.
When you have to chew
most
each
places
bite 50 times?
Most places that I go, like if you get a burger at a restaurant, they're cooked. They usually don't have pink in them. At least I've never had one. So maybe they just know that I don't want it with pink in them.
Yeah, we got the memo because I used to work at restaurants, and I knew, here comes Rick. When you walked into the Bonanza.
He's got his blowtorch with him.
Yeah, those pictures of you at every Bonanza in Western Sizzler.
Gosh, that's old times.
That was my first job. I literally not only could I tell more about you by like how you prepared your steak, but also like depending on what time you came in on a Sunday, I kind of knew which church you went to. Because like the Methodist got there a little earlier than the Baptist got there a lot earlier than Pentecostal. Like I could tell which church you went to on Sundays by when you came to Bonanza.
There's a lot of accuracy in that. No, there is a lot of truth to that as well. This from Randall by way of our Middleton Heat and Air says, my 2-year-old daughter will eat a whole bottle of just ketchup.
Oh my gosh!
If allowed.
Can you do that?
Can you see that in a bowl?
Oh no!
several inches thick. Here, honey, you'll like this.
No.
Let's see.
No. Goodness.
This one from our Middleton Heating here. Rick should be kicked off the buzz. Well done steak with ketchup. Man, there's some serious folks out there.
I know. Look, I never claimed to be normal in some areas.
Well,
and what is normal? What's normal anyway, right?
Yeah, that's good question. This from the 501 from our Middleton Heat and Air. We go through 3 bottles of ketchup a month. I can't imagine eating that much ketchup. 3 bottles. Are they little
ketchup
bottles?
is good.
Big
I mean,
bottles?
it's good on a lot of stuff.
Yeah, we get the Sam's Club, massive ones with the little 2-pack, and they'll last us for a while. But our boys are, 12 and almost 14, so ketchup goes on a lot of stuff.
This one from our Middleton Eating Air from Kevin in Pangburn. He says, I can no longer listen to a program that supports steak abuse. Well done, and ketchup should be a felony.
Isn't it amazing that this is a topic of discussion on Drive Time Sports? Hey, Basil and Roger, they're doing cartwheels, aren't they? They do this kind of stuff every day, don't they?
Normally I like to, when I'm the voice of reason, guys, let's get back to sports. I'm really glad I asked you how you like your steak. This has been great.
All right, this from Middleton.
Great for live fan feedback, isn't it?
501, I like my
Wow.
steak well done, and I like my ketchup on it. As long as I'm paying for it, everyone
That's
needs to
exactly
be quiet.
Right.
LOL.
That's exactly right. Hey, the cost of steak these days, absolutely. Now, I will tell you this. I don't eat at Ruth Chris very often. Every now and then I'll get a gift certificate.
No,
and my
you
wife
don't
will
do
go
it at
there.
Chris Ruth, do you?
I usually don't order steak there because I know that wouldn't be a good thing to do.
Okay,
To order
yeah.
well done. And
Same thing at the riverfront.
Yeah. They do
But
have,
I'm going
they
to
have
ask,
crab cakes that are pretty good, so I
but
get crab cakes.
But I'm
there.
going to ask to make sure that we can allow you in.
Hey, if Shapoor's listening to the show, does he listen to the show?
Sometimes.
He's probably thinking, how do we get on my topic? That's his topic.
We're going to get Frank on the line. He's going to tell you right now what you should be doing, Rick.
There you go.
All right, from our 501.
Frank, I'm sorry.
I didn't do that impressive of you, Frank, either. That was Dr. Google.
Sorry about his me eating steak well done.
501 says you should be thrown out if you order steak well done. There's some serious folks about okay, this one, Rick, is for you. Oh,
Right.
Never mind. What's wrong with ketchup? I'm not going to ask that one from Ron. This one from our Middleton Eating here. Just order beef jerky, Rick.
For beef jerky at a restaurant?
Well, it's how tough jerky is to chew and dissolve and everything else.
I'd like to have a nice Jack Links and a side salad, please.
Look, listen, Rick. I've had a steak done at Riverfront Steakhouse, a well-done steak at Riverfront. They didn't kick me out.
All right, good for you. Way to go.
The door is open.
That's great.
Drive Time Sports will continue.
Get your tickets now for the 22nd annual Double B's BuzzBQ coming May 9th to the downtown Riverside RV Park in North Little Rock. Go to buzzbq.com for more.
Hello, folks. It's Frank Fletcher from the Fletcher Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram store right here in Sherwood. Well, I looked this up, and we've been in business since 1989. That's a long time. Many dealers have come and gone. We believe our pricing policy and our service after the sale have served us well. As you know, folks, we post our sale prices, which we call green tags, right on the windshield. This way, everyone gets the same price, and there's no hoops or no negotiations to jump through to get to the bottom line. I don't like saying so many thousands off. That's very confusing. Off of what? And does that affect my interest rate? So I like to keep things simple. My promise is this: we will not be undersold. We value your time and your decision. Come visit us in Sherwood on Royden Road or check us out with our green tag pricing on FletcherDeals.com. Thank you.
The after-season clothing sale continues at Fort Thompson. Tons of clothing marked down to 50% off. Also, check out the new spring hunting and clothing items arriving daily. See you at Fort Thompson's in Sherwood.
Roger Scott here. You guys know how much I love the great outdoors. I mean, I am the naked gardener after all, and there's nothing that I love more than my very own lawn and being outside. But let's be honest, when the mosquitoes attack, it can be a real buzzkill. However, a monthly mosquito barrier from my friends at Sanders Ground Essentials can keep those skeeters away, which keeps my deck party going. Call them today at 315-9395 or on the web at sandersground.com. Sanders Ground Essentials. Let's get growing.
My brother-in-law died suddenly, and now my sister and her kids have to sell their home. That's why I told my husband we could not put off getting life insurance any longer. An agent offered us a 10-year, $500,000 policy for nearly $50 a month. Then we called SelectQuote. SelectQuote found us identical coverage for only $19 a month, a savings of $369 a year.
Whether you need a $500,000 policy or a $5 million policy, SelectQuote could save you more than 50% on term life insurance.
For your free quote, call SelectQuote at 1-800-350-5858. That's 1-800-350-5858. Or go to SelectQuote.com. 1-800-350-5858. That's 1-800-350-5858.
SelectQuote. We shop. You save. Full details on example policies at selectquote.com/commercials.
Serious injuries happen every day.
If it happens to you, don't wait. Dial 8.
Dial 8 for Rainwater, Holt, and Sexton.
888-8888.
Anywhere in the state, dial 8.
We've got you covered, Arkansas. Responsible attorneys Michael Rainwater and Bob Sexton.
Live from the Eat My Catfish studios. Welcome back to Drive Time Sports, where Rick and Randy bring the sports and Eat My Catfish brings you the flavor. You've got Drive Time Sports locked in on the Buzz Radio Network. Here is Randy Rainwater.
Drive Time Sports, you're on the Buzz Radio Network. Rick Schaeffer. I'm Randy Rainwater. Busy night tonight. Arkansas baseball. Kind of a different time. 6:30 is the pregame. 7 o'clock first pitch, Arkansas, Missouri. That means I've got to do my shopping in a hurry at Double B's, or I need to pick up some drinks, snacks, all the good stuff. Of course, you got the NFL draft going on, Rick's favorite. But I can also take advantage because today is my favorite day at Double B's, and that is I can pick up the Supreme Pizza and the cheese pizza for just $19.99. So, honey, if you're listening, don't worry about dinner. I'll call ahead, get a Supreme Pizza and a cheese pizza from the Double B's Deli. Might even pick up some Chester's chicken while I'm there. 34 different Double B's locations where they can serve you. And they got drink specials. Be sure and check out all the different drink specials from the 28-ounce Gatorade to the 1-liter Lipton Brisk Tea, 2 for $5. You'll find all those great deals plus more. And be sure and ask about that rewards card from the cashier so you can benefit your purchases at all the stores. That's Double B's, where you gas it, grab it, and go. Make it Double B's. And when work needs doing, or the trail calls, you want a machine that's ready for both. That's the Honda line of Pioneer side-by-sides, available now at Honda of Russellville. Choose Compact Pioneer 520. Easy to haul, easy to handle, great in tight spaces. Need more room and muscle? The Pioneer 700 and the 704 deliver proven power and trusted reliability. Want serious capability? The 1000 series offers 3, 5, and 6-seat models built for big jobs and bigger crews. Every Pioneer delivers Honda signature quality, durability, and rider-first design. From hauling and fencing to exploring, once the work is done, there's a Honda side-by-side made for your day. Visit Honda of Russellville, exit 82, the Whataburger exit there in Russellville, or go online at hondaofrussellville.com. Well, let's see here. Rick, would you like to continue on?
Oh, my gosh. There's the draft. There's Arkansas baseball tonight against Missouri. Spring game Saturday. Is Arkansas going to get anybody else in the transfer portal basketball? And we're talking about ketchup and steak.
Well, Joey says, by way of our Middleton Heat and Air, he says mustard and Louisiana hot sauce mix is way better than ketchup.
I can't eat hot sauce.
Oh,
Sorry.
love.
Yeah.
But
there are people that do and love that. And my wife likes to eat jalapenos on things. I cannot eat one of those. My mouth goes immediately into fire. I can't do that. But she loves it. It's okay.
This is saying from our Middleton Heat and Air that Heinz 57 is a steak sauce, not ketchup. No, I don't know that anyone ever.
Yeah, that is true. But we were talking about ketchup because that's what the 57th guy drafted gets, right?
Yeah.
Does he get a lifetime or a 1-year supply?
Lifetime.
Lifetime.
It's a 50-gallon drum.
No kidding. Wow.
The Heinz Company will be giving free ketchup for life to the 57th overall pick.
Wow.
This from our Middleton Heat and Air. If someone wants a steak well done, we politely yet firmly ask them to leave.
Well, Dirty David, the 501 Prime, which, by the way, that's just his nickname. He's a great guy and an incredible chef. He says, Rick, if you want to come to 501 Prime in Hot Springs, he'll make sure your well-done steak is done perfectly.
Okay, great.
Dave Aldridge, incredible guy. What's up, Dave?
I'm going to have to look for that. I'll be in Hot Springs for the baseball weekend in August. Randy, I assume you'll go and we'll do a show on Friday. Yeah.
I would hope so.
Yep.
I guess this is the one from Dirty Dave. I'm a manager at one of the best steakhouses in the state of Arkansas. Call the 501 Prime if you want your steak well done. We'll make it well done.
All right. And that's in Hot Springs?
Yeah, it's just like on when you're coming into town, it'll be on the right before you kind of get to the downtown area.
Okay.
What is it? Grand? When you're coming in on Grand?
Okay.
It's a great spot.
Prime. I'm going to remember that.
Write it down. This from Drew in Little Rock by way of our Middleton Heat and Air. RR will stick with the chips and dip at Rick's. All right, let's check in with Navy Mike. Michael, good afternoon. Welcome to Drive Time Sports.
Yeah, hello, Randy and Rick.
Hi, Mike.
You know, honestly, I want to, look, I rarely agree with Rick on a lot of things, but, on this one, yeah, we see eye to eye because when I eat a piece of meat, I don't want it to be moving.
Or moving.
I haven't seen any of my steaks with skirts on or T-shirts or shoes or anything else.
Yeah, and if your steak's moving, that's not medium rare. That's alive.
I started saying, if I see that steak getting up and walking out of my plate, I'm getting out the door.
Exactly. Because back in the day, you think back to the caveman era. Those guys didn't have a choice. They had to eat, like raw meat. But once fire was invented, there's not really a reason to ever eat raw meat anymore. You know what I'm saying?
Nothing like char-grilled brontosaurus. I'm sure they loved it back then.
We're not suggesting just cut it off the cow, throw it on a plate. Here you are.
Knock its horns off and bring it over.
Yeah, baby. I hope it doesn't bleed out my lap here.
Exactly. Now that we have fire, cook my meat, cook my food. But I have a comment for Rick as far as the baseball team. Is this team average? They
Probably.
are. They're not great. They're not, but they're not bad.
Right.
Now, do I think that this team maybe has a type of run in them that can take them deep into Omaha? I think so. But because obviously, I compare this team to, the 2009, 2012 teams that made deep runs. But you have to have you got to have a player that can kickstart that. Like a Brett Eibner, which is probably my favorite player of all time as far as Razorback baseball. And do I think you have that kind of guy on this team? You do. His name is Ryder Helfrich. So, I mean, obviously, I'm wearing rose-colored glasses, but I think team really could do some damage as they're probably going to be a 2 seed in someone else's regional.
Yeah,
you know,
that's right. Yeah.
Which is okay. That's fine because those teams were road warriors, and they battled their way into Omaha. So I just wanted to get your comments on that, whatnot, and you guys have a good evening.
Arkansas, a lot of people have a very good number one starter. Arkansas has a really good number one starter in Dietz. Have they had some better Friday? Yes, they have. But this guy's really good. He's going to end up being a first or second round draft pick. He's gone up the charts very quickly. For Arkansas to advance from a regional to a super regional and eventually at Omaha, he's going to have to pitch great. Not just good. He's got to be great when you get to the regional. So you win the first game, so that way you're in the winner's bracket, and then you put your pitching together. You hope it's good enough to win game 2, and then you got a great chance to win. Same thing in a super regional. It's 2 out of 3. So if you got a guy that can just totally shut down the other team, then you got a chance to win a super regional. So yes, Helfrich is really good, and we could name several others. Integrates, and I saw Nolan Sousa, our guy who we talked to, got 3 hits the other night. His average is going up. There are several others that can hit. But when you get to the regional and super regional, you got to have a number one pitcher who is going to shut somebody down. And if he can do that, they got a guy that's quality enough to do that. That gives you a chance.
Well, in my opinion, there are 2 players that you need to step their game up in a big way. And he has started to show some life as of late. I'm talking about Kahil Aloy. He's batting .231. Now, by the way, Rick.
No, his average has gone up, hasn't it?
This is SEC games only.
Oh, SEC.
SEC games only.
Okay.
By the way, if you listened to Dave the other night on his pregame interview, he told that to Phil Elson. He says, I only look at SEC games only.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I remember. He did.
Only SEC games only.
I thought he had said that, yeah.
New, 197. Kozel, 187. Robinette, 182. Stewart, 167. Hour number 2, straight ahead.
You can make it with something truly special from Tipton & Hurst, Arkansas's premier florist for over a century. Tipton & Hurst is your most trusted source for gorgeous floral arrangements, fine gift baskets, and high-quality blooming plants. If you're looking for something to brighten your Mother's Day, Tipton & Hurst has you covered. Shop at locations in Little Rock, North Little Rock, Conway, Pine Bluff, and Rogers, or enjoy the convenience of delivery right to Mom's doorstep. Don't miss out on this opportunity to show your mother how truly special she is. Call 501-666-3333 or visit TiptonHurst.com today.
Hello, Arkansas. Hawks is celebrating its 40th anniversary this month. In honor of that, we're selling a home at $39,995. We also have other specials going on, other models as well. Be sure to take advantage of this great deal. Only lasts the month of April. They can be viewed at Bryant and Conway or go online to hawkshomes.net.
Chris Kane joins Morning Mayhem each Monday to mix it up with the guys. Chris Kane on Morning Mayhem is presented by Trader Bill's. Trader Bill's, your one-stop shop for all things lake.
This is your official sports and entertainment station, Central Arkansas. We are 103.7 The Buzz, KABZ Little Rock.
Buzz News with KARK's Gary Burton Jr.
Razorback Graffiti every Monday with Morning Mayhem. One sentence to let the guys know how you feel about the Razorbacks from Fence Brokers, going the extra mile.
11 feet more shallow than usual for this time of year. Conway Corporation is now pulling 2.5 million gallons of water a day from Cadron Creek, using it as an emergency source to help lessen the blow. They've also asked people to only use water when necessary. Conway Corporation says if the drought doesn't break soon, they may have to put in place mandatory water conservation orders. This means people whose meters show excessive water usage could face a misdemeanor charge and will have to pay a fine. For the Buzz Radio Network, I'm KARK's Gary Burton Jr. Hope you have a fantastic Thursday, everyone.
Fence Brokers presents Razorback Graffiti every Monday with Morning Mayhem. One sentence to let the guys know how you feel about the Razorbacks from Fence Brokers, going the extra mile.
Weather from the Fletcher Weather Center with KARK's Pat Walker.
It'll be a mostly sunny, warm, and breezy day. We'll top out at 81 degrees today at Little Rock. Tonight, a slight chance of a shower or a thunderstorm. That's going to be closer to sunup on Friday morning. Otherwise, partly cloudy tonight and a low of 66. Then tomorrow, a 70% chance of rain and storms. For the Buzz Radio Network, I'm meteorologist Pat Walker.
Shipments of spring and summer fashions are arriving at Bell & Sword. That means swimwear from Saks, Peter Millar golf wear and shirts, Johnny O's store within a store. Be sure to check out the Faraday line and Martin Dingman shoes and leather goods. So hurry in for a great value on quality men's clothing at Bell & Sword for your spring and summer items, and you'll look fantastic. Bell & Sword, 1011 Oak Street in downtown Conway on Facebook and Instagram.
It's the Can-Am Yellow Tag Event at all Brantford Marine and ATV Can-Am locations. Over $2,500 in discounts on the 2025 Sea-Doo RX-TX with 325 horsepower. Financing as low as 3.99% or an additional $1,000 discount. New Spyder RTs are here. Or save big on 2025 Canyon motorcycles with discounts up to $3,000 and financing as low as 1.99%. And Can-Am Defender Limiteds are still in stock. Get Founders Day savings at all Bradford Marine and ATV Can-Am locations.
This is Mark Miller for Parker Cadillac, and I couldn't have done this for almost 20 years and not deliver on what we're offering. When you shop Parker Cadillac, you're not just getting a great price, you're getting exceptional customer service. We've got something for every budget, but most importantly, we're offering you a first-class buying experience on the absolute highest quality of pre-owned and certified vehicles, with 2 years of complimentary oil changes absolutely free. It's time to expect more from your auto dealer. It's time you let Parker Cadillac put you in a vehicle today. Shop online at parkerspecials.com or give us a call, 501-224-2400.
If you have unfiled taxes or are in debt to the IRS, this is important news. Did you know the IRS has programs specifically designed to help people struggling with tax debt? Powerful tax assistance programs that can save you thousands if you qualify. No one knows these programs better than the experts at Optima Tax Relief, America's most trusted tax resolution firm, A-rated by the Better Business Bureau. Their award-winning tax attorneys and licensed professionals have resolved over $3 billion of tax debt for their clients. One call to Optima can start the process, helping to put an end to your worries about wage garnishment, asset seizure, and other aggressive IRS actions. Find the best options to solve your tax problems. Call the experts at Optima Tax Relief today for a free consultation.
Call 800-936-9033. 800-936-9033. 800-936-9033.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Chevy trucks have you covered when the road takes you from smooth sailing to Chevy Colorado will eat up some of the toughest terrains with 5 available drive modes. And Silverado and Silverado HD have the muscle to take you out for some serious. With multiple engine options and impressive towing, while Silverado EV is the perfect combo of performance and capability. Nice. Making it a snap to hitch up this electric truck and hit the road. Wherever the road leads, Chevy trucks are right there with you. Chevrolet, together let's drive.
I'm here with Laura Beth from Kaufman by Design West. Kaufman has over 7,000 square feet of beautiful new home decor pieces and design specialists on staff. See, that would be important for somebody like me who is design challenged.
Yeah, we have design specialists on staff and everything you need from lighting to flooring, designer hardware, and more.
And gift cards are available too. Check them out now. Kaufman by Design West, out west past Taylor Loop, 14900 Cantrell Road.
Or visit us online at kaufmanlumber.com.
FanDuel, in partnership with Oakland Sports, is now available in Arkansas. Right now, FanDuel customers can bet $5 and get $300 in bonus bets if your first bet wins. From player props to your favorite stars to all the tools you need to back them up. It's everything you need in one app, so don't miss your shot. Head to FanDuel.com/Arkansas to get started. FanDuel, official partner of the NBA. 21 plus and present in Arkansas. Opt-in required. Rewards are non-withdrawable. Restrictions apply, including bonus and token expiration, legal requirements, and max wager amount. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Live from the Eat My Catfish studios, it's time for Arkansas's #1 caller-driven sports show. It's Drive Time Sports on the Buzz Radio Network with your hosts, Randy Rainwater and Rick Schaeffer. Lock it in and get ready to dial us up. Drive Time Sports is on the air.
2 hours, 32 minutes before the start of the National Football League draft. For those that
wow. It's a countdown.
Yeah, now that you're keeping score.
Yeah, great.
Welcome back to hour number 2 of Drive Time Sports. Now, for those that normally tune in at this precise time, sorry, Trey had other obligations.
You
Trey
missed
Biddy
him.
of
You missed him.
HawgSports.com. Yes,
But he was on.
Yeah.
You can scroll back on YouTube right now, or you can pick up the podcast wherever we have all the podcasts. It's still there. The audio's and video's going.
There you go. Let First Security Mortgage help guide you through the process of buying your home so you can get the loan to meet your needs. With First Security, get an experienced mortgage lender. You can trust someone who knows the mortgage products to help you secure the financing you need to purchase your new home. Multiple loan options are available. Let First Security help you find the right financing. Our experienced local lenders know the community because they live here as well. At fsbmortgageloan.com, you can find one of our lenders in your area and connect with them anytime. Get your questions answered and start the mortgage process. Convenient online applications at fsbmortgageloan.com. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. Bank better with First Security Bank. Okay, let's see here. Where are we in this process?
Food talk. That's where we are.
Yeah, I think
a lot of food talk.
Okay, he said this is from our Milton Heat and Air from Pinto. When man invented fire, we no longer have to eat raw fish, a.k.a. sushi.
Thank goodness.
You
I've
like-
never eaten that either.
Oh, Rick. you
Randy
gotta
and I
try
were
sushi.
just talking
Raw
about
fish?
sushi off the
No
air,
way.
too. Yeah, I was like,
No
I wonder if
way.
it's going to be brought up today, because I'm a big fan of sushi.
Yeah.
I am not eating raw
That
fish.
California roll. When we go to the riverfront, I'll make sure we get the California roll. It is outstanding.
And not all sushi's raw fish. There's some
That's
pure
true.
fried, and there's all kinds.
Yeah.
The perfect sushi's waiting for you, Rick.
That's right. That's right. That's right. It Benny
You put ketchup on that?
Yeah, gross. Get some yum sauce,
Oh
maybe.
my God!
Some of that spicy mayo.
Bring the ketchup out. I want that Whataburger ketchup, that spicy version.
Hey, that guy that gets drafted 57th, he's going to be eating ketchup on everything.
Put ketchup on your top ramen. It's like the cheapest spaghetti ever.
Okay, this is from Middleton Heat and Air. First world problems, arguing over how food is prepared.
I know.
Facts.
Wow. Isn't that amazing? There are a lot of other things that are going on in the world.
Nope, not today.
Chef in Monticello says, from our Middleton Heat and Air, poor 57th pick in the draft. Apparently, that second round salary can't afford ketchup. Let's see. I'm with man invented fire. Okay, I read that one. Jeff said poor 57th pick. I read that one. This one from our Middleton Heat and Air. I like my steak so rare, a good vet could bring it back.
Oh, my gosh. Oh, goodness.
Okay.
Those blue rare steak people, they're a special breed. I go medium rare. Those blue steaks, that's an interesting choice. I'll try it, but
Rick, I'm with you. I eat my steak well done. I use 57 sauce, which is kicked up ketchup.
ketchup plus.
Hey, by the way, I know the White Sox they're still not great by any means, although they got this guy from Japan that said home runs in 5 straight games. Not today, though, but Andrew Benintendi just hit a 3-run home run in the 9th to put them ahead of Arizona 4-1. I was watching MLB has what's called Big Inning, where they show several games at once, and Benintendi just did a 3-run home run.
Now, did you happen to see the 2 highlights of 2 of the I mean, you talk about bizarre plays that happened in Major League Baseball. You saw the picture where the baseball went inside his jersey.
Yeah.
That is a single, folks, or it can be deemed a single. And that's what it was. It ruled a single.
Yeah, it wasn't a catch.
And
Didn't
then
hit the ground.
I would have loved to have heard Phil Elson make this particular call. You saw the towering home run. Looked like it was down the right field line. It hits not only the fair pole.
Yeah, the top of it.
But it hit the foul pole on the top. You notice I covered my bases both ways. I said fair and foul. Phil would be calling it a fair pole on top. I have never seen, I have now, but that was in person, obviously. But I have never seen a ball hit the top. I'm talking about the very top. It had the proper arc, and it came down, hit the top of the foul pole, and it was a home run.
And Phil Elson, who I like very much, he's a friend. Besides being a good baseball broadcaster, is the only human being I've ever heard say fair pole. Have you ever heard anybody else?
No, but he maintains it. I'll give him that.
Oh, I know. Doesn't make it right. I
No.
mean, but you're right. He maintains it for some crazy reason.
Storm Chaser says, I used to eat steak, well done. One time medium, and my life was changed. That from Storm Changer.
Your life was changed. Well,
did you have to grab it medium well, because the storm was impending? You had to get out of there? This is from our Middleton Heat and Air. 501 says, Roger eats his steaks medium rare just to save money on cooking it all the way through.
He's got all that naked garden to get back to.
This from Middleton Heat and Air. Once saw a sign that in a bait shop that read Aggie Sushi Bar.
I hesitate to ask what they served or why they called it that.
Well, it's a bait shop.
It's a bait?
Yeah.
Oh,
so it's raw stuff.
Okay.
By the way, anybody who comes to the South that's never seen like a vending machine that sells grubs and minnows, it blows their mind every time. It's a true Arkansan thing. I love it.
This from our Middleton Heat and Air says, guys, quit picking on Rick. He's already taken enough. I mean, he does eat a steak well done. They're from Alabama, the state of Alabama, 256. Okay, believe it or not, I think, have I missed any, Dr. Google?
I think you got them all. I mean.
Oh, I missed this one. Never mind. Milton Heat and Air. Of course, Navy Mike likes his well done steak.
If you're in the Navy, when you're in the Navy, do they give you even a choice? They probably don't.
I don't think they give you a choice.
So here it is.
I don't know that for a fact, but here it is. Eat it.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking.
I didn't realize ketchup was 50% sugar.
Yeah, oh yeah, it's a lot of sugar.
Ketchup does have a lot of sugar.
Yeah, so
yes.
much.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right.
I was a denier of mayo on French fries until I saw the movie Pulp Fiction. I was like, well, let me try that. Not bad. Not my first choice.
Really?
Not bad.
No. Nope.
Hog Freaking Wild says Randy, Rick, and Mr. Google.
It's Dr. Google. I didn't go to Google school to be called Mr. 8 years of my education, man.
Okay. Hog Freaking Wild says, I like my steak medium well, slathered in Heinz 57. Go Hogs. And there's
slathered. Isn't that a great
there's
word?
Some great pictures
slathered.
Of Hog Freaking Wild. Went to the Grand Canyon. Nice pictures. Very nice pictures. And I guess that looks like Las Vegas on top of that.
I've never been to the Grand Canyon. You guys been there?
Oh, it is awesome. I've been there a couple times.
Wow. Yeah, we did that the little skywalk where it's got the glass floor, and all I could think about was like in the movie Armageddon. I was like, this was built by the lowest bidder. I don't know if I trust this too much. I'm gonna fall 5,000 feet straight down the whole time I was out there. Beautiful.
So you walk over the Grand Canyon on it?
Yeah, it's like it extends out past it. Like a diving board over water. This walk is like a U shape, and it's a clear glass floor. and it's an incredible
Wow.
view. But oh yeah, I didn't. That's when you realize, oh man, I do have an extreme fear of heights. I look back and everybody's walking fast. I'm just kind of scooting my feet like Tim Conway, the world's oldest man, on Carol Burnett. I'm going to be here for a while, guys. I can't move fast.
So when you get in a glass elevator, do you get
No, that's
nervous
different.
then?
Yeah, I mean, I've never been on one that has a glass floor. This is the first time I've ever looked down and saw nothing.
Rick, didn't the Omni there in Atlanta have a glass floor?
Not that I remember, no.
Okay.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't go to fancy places with that Randy Rainwater money.
No. This was back when they
In Atlanta.
Yeah, SEC basketball tournament.
Yeah.
And you would stay at the Omni, which is about 4 miles or so from back then the old Georgia Dome. But anyway, Boyd says, well, wait a minute.
Well, you're talking about that Omni. I was thinking about the Omni where the CNN building was, and that was an Omni hotel too. So I don't know. The one you're talking about, I don't know.
Okay. Well, that's where the media, we would stay.
Okay.
At the basic downtown. But Heinz mayo is best for French fries? No way. Mayonnaise and French fries?
Yeah, it's all right. If you put a little truffle oil and some garlic salt and a little bit of pepper, aioli sauce on fries. That's good stuff, especially if you get like a sweet potato fry. I cook, by the way. I'm the cook of the family.
Well, those that tuned in to hear Trey Biddy have now tuned out again.
Yeah, that's right.
The most non-Trey Biddy conversation ever.
Fascinating conversation. Well, you ever eat ranch dressing on fries? That's not
That's
bad.
good. Yeah, it's a good move.
Ranch dressing is good on just about everything.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Kansan, that I know which restaurants have the good ranch.
Really?
Yeah.
There's a good ranch and a not so good ranch?
Yeah, well, the ones that make it themselves, like with the big jars of mayo and the seasoning and stuff, like it is super thick. Yeah.
River front. River.
There you go.
Front. There you go. All right. This is from our Middleton Heat and Air. Yes, you get a choice in the Navy. Eat it or go hungry. Pretty simple.
That's two choices.
That's pretty good. Eat it or go hungry. Yeah.
Now, I have tried this. It says from our 501 Middleton Heat and Air, you need to try tartar sauce and fries.
Tartar sauce. I like fish, but I'm not that big on tartar sauce.
Same.
Squeeze lemon on it.
This question for Kramer from our Middleton Heat and Air, John and Tucker. We're losing Dr. Google.
Yeah, tomorrow's my last day.
And the question is from John and Tucker, where's Kramer going? Where's Dr. Google going?
I'll still be on The Point, and I'll still be on all my other radio stations, but it's difficult in our family life for me to be here at this time every day.
And it is definitely, we're going to miss him, and we're going to continue to pray for him.
Absolutely.
And hopeful that all things will work.
Thanks.
Accordingly. Boyd says after eating a well-done steak with ketchup, you'll be like Rick and be squeezing a lot of Charmin. Dip, this from Middleton Heat and Air. Dip your grilled cheese on ketchup. Good stuff. No, I'm not going to mess up my grilled cheese.
No, any type of tomato sauce with the grilled cheese, I'm down with. You throw that thing in some marinara now. Now we're moving it up the needle.
What?
Yeah, grilled cheese into like a tomato soup or into some marinara. Man, that's next level.
Well, tomato soup, I see that.
Drop it into marinara sometime. Try it.
John says, well, dang it. Catch you on the point.
Thanks, man.
Okay.
I still have all my social media stuff. I'm scaling back a lot of things.
Blue cheese and French fries.
Ooh, that's a good move.
That's another one that we've heard about already. Okay, let's see what else we got on here. We'll miss Dr. Google. Yes, we will.
Thank you.
Up from the 501 and our Middleton Heat and Air. All this food talk reminds me of a game me and my buddies used to play where we'd rank the best popcorn from high school concession stands. That is a Morning Madness great poll of theirs they can put on.
Really?
Yeah. who in high school, or for that matter, college, who has the best concession stand and who has the best popcorn?
Yeah, the Mount Rushmore of sports food.
Now, Rick, do you put ketchup on your hot dog?
Yes. Mm-hmm. I'd say 50% I put ketchup on and 50% I put mustard on.
Yeah, I know people hate on it. It's like, you're a grown man. I like ketchup on I prefer ketchup on my hot dog over mustard. Mustard on a corn dog, though, every time.
Well, you'll know that at Kauffman Stadium, so far this year, ketchup does lead in the races around the park. Where I think yesterday was ketchup's 6th win of the year. Relish has 5 and mustard has 4. For those who enjoy the hot dog races at the ballpark.
So, what do you think about the announcement they made of the new stadium?
Well,
be built in downtown.
By the time they do that, I think their lease at Kauffman lasts either through 30 or 29. I'm not sure which will be the first season in downtown Kansas City. They obviously partnered with Hallmark. I'm sure there are finances to be worked out on that. I like it where it is because the parking is amazing. Mm-hmm. They have this humongous parking lot that they share with the Chiefs, although the Chiefs are moving to Overland Park. And again, it's either the 30 season or 31 for the NFL. I'm not sure which one. They're moving to Overland Park, which is in Kansas. Overland Park tried to get the Royals too, but this is it's going to be at Crown Center, which is where Hallmark's kind of headquarters is, and I guess you could call that. It's not quite downtown. It's kind of on the edge of downtown. I'm sure they'll build a fantastic ballpark, but for those of us who drive, it'd probably be $30 to park your car. Whereas, so when I go to Camden Yards, Camden Yards is downtown, but obviously I'm flying there, so I'll stay in a hotel and I walk to the ball game every night. I don't have a car there. I'd hate to have a car there. So I'm thinking of going to the Royals games, if I'm still doing that at that point in life, I kind of hate having to park downtown. That's just my thought. But I'm sure it'll be a phenomenal ballpark. But I like Kauffman. It's still a good ballpark. And wide concourses, nice place, friendly place. So, but if I'm still going to baseball games at that point, I'm sure I'll still give it a try.
Is that still... Is it because of the luxury boxes and all the other amenities?
Oh, I'm sure that's plus they want activities around the park. So if you go to Kauffman Stadium or where the Chiefs, Gay Hay Insurance or whatever it is now, Arrowhead, the Interstate 70 runs right past it, and there is nothing around there. There's no activity. Royals fans tailgate. I'm sure Chiefs fans tailgate as well. And I know some Chiefs season ticket holders, and they've told me they love to get there 3 hours in advance and tailgate and all that kind of stuff. And Royals fans do that sometimes, but because there's nothing close, nothing. So in a downtown ballpark, obviously you have restaurants, bars. They have activities for fans around the ballpark, and I guess the best example of that is Truist in Atlanta. I have not been there. But that's what every franchise wants. And I don't know if you know much about Truist in Atlanta, but they built this great ballpark, and it's out there, but they built this basically community around it. So there's hotels, there's movie theaters, there's restaurants. I'm sure they have bars. They have all these kind of things, some shopping, right there at the ballpark. So you can stay at the hotel and never leave that area for a 3-game weekend series and have a great time. That's what most of these teams want now. And so if you're out there in the middle of nowhere and you have this huge, you're not going to build places to eat and hotels on your parking lot.
I was just looking at the Yankee schedule, and on April the 27th, which is pretty quick.
It's next week.
Yeah, they play at Texas against the Rangers, the 27th, 28th, and 29th.
I have told you about that. I said you ought to go.
I know. And then I'm seeing the other one on here. I don't know if this is the one that you're going to or not, Rick, but Memorial Day, the 25th of May The 26th and the 27th, New York will be in KC.
Well, if you go to that, we'll both be off the air because, and I'd love for you to go to that, but on May 22nd, I'm going to Baltimore and I'll be there for a week because I figured it'd be great for Memorial Day. I'm not missing a show on that day. So I've had that booked for quite a while. Do they play Kansas City on Memorial Day?
Yes, they do.
Okay.
At KC.
Well, then what you ought to do is go up there on Sunday night, have a nice time on Sunday night, go to the game Monday, and then drive back.
Could be a possibility.
I think you should do that.
That sounds like an excellent idea to me.
You need a well-done steak with a lot of ketchup on it.
Yeah,
Well, if you go to Kansas City,
I'm going to drown it in Heinz 57.
I'm sure there are good steak places in Kansas City, but it's all about barbecue there. They love barbecue in Kansas City.
From Middleton Eden there, did you read LC's?
I didn't.
Dr. Google is obviously communist, choosing ketchup on hot dogs over mustard.
I think it's not that, as I'm a child, I've been told. Like, what?
I don't think communists get hot dogs to eat.
Yeah, that's right. I'm a red-blooded American. I eat my hot dogs the way I want to.
Scrambled eggs and ketchup. There's another option.
Yeah,
man. I've heard of that.
Give me some hash browns with that. Drive Time Sports will continue in just a moment.
Chevy Retail Group presents Kevin Bohannon each week on Drive Time Sports with Randy Rainwater and Rick Schaeffer on 103.7 The Buzz. Chevrolet, together, let's drive.
Hello, Buzz listeners. It's Chris Zender here at Frank Fletcher Dodge in Sherwood. Listen to this. We're making deals on everything right now. Ram trucks save up to $12,000 off, plus 72 months at 2.9% financing, and we'll give you the 90 days with no payments. Here's the big one. The all-new Jeep Cherokee, 39 miles per gallon. Need a van? Save up to $6,000 off. Loaded vans starting at just $36,975. Want a Wrangler? Lease one for $459 a month. Want a Gladiator? Same deal, $459 a month. Let me tell you, we're making deals every day like it's the last day of the month. Don't worry about your credit. Go to FletcherCredit.com and get pre-approved in minutes. At Fletcher Dodge, you'll always get the best price, the lowest finance rate, and more for your trade. Shop us before you buy anywhere else. Come visit us on Warden Road in Sherwood or shop online at FletcherDeals.com.
Life shouldn't be hard. Some things should. Gents, if you're having trouble figuring out which is which, it's time to visit Arkansas Urology. Erectile dysfunction is frustrating, and it could be a sign of underlying health issues, like circulation problems or heart disease. The good news, it's treatable with Arkansas Urology, offering men health treatments to get back to feeling confident. Visit ArkansasUrology.com. Arkansas Urology, getting things working again.
Roger Scott for Gravely Moors here, working hard once again to make sure my lawn is lush, weed-free, and beautiful. And by working hard, of course, I mean watching Zach E.B. mow it for me. Zach, tell the good folks hello. Hello. That's enough. Pay attention because you missed a spot. What he didn't tell you is that you can take your very own Gravely Moor home today at 0% interest over 48 months. That's right, 0% interest on both residential and commercial mowers. Now, Zach, tell them where they can go and get their very own Gravely Moor. Well, dude, just mow. F.L. Davis Cash Lumber in Clinton or Haynes Home Center in Morrilton.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting truly great candidates for your roles? It seems impossible to find them, but they have to be out there somewhere, right? Well, they're not hard to find when you know where to go, and that place is ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. And because these people are actively looking for jobs just like yours, it's easy to find the right person right away. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. But if you're not using ZipRecruiter, you're missing out. So see what it's like when the impossible is easy. When you go to ZipRecruiter.com/radio right now to try ZipRecruiter for free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio. Never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter.
Now back to Drive Time Sports, live from the Eat My Catfish studios, where the only thing that Randy and Rick like more than talking sports It's the fresh, local seafood at Eat My Catfish. You've got Drive Time Sports locked in on the Buzz Radio Network. Here is Randy Rainwater.
It's here tonight, minus the well done, but coming tonight to the Riverfront Steakhouse, Wyndham Hotel in North Little Rock. Have the three options. Hopefully you've already made your reservation. Hopefully you got your seat reserved. You and that special person or that party that you want to attend. That is at the Riverfront Steakhouse, Wyndham Hotel, 8-ounce pecan-encrusted, oven-roasted, 8-ounce filet of salmon, along with mashed potatoes, world-famous rolls, $25 at a salad bar for just $6. 12-ounce bone-in pork chop, mashed taters, those awesome rolls, $25 at the salad bar, $6 extra. And this medium rare, 2 for $60, the 10-ounce filet, with delicious rolls with that mound of butter, with a mashed or baked potato to go with it, 2 for $60, and you can get the salad bar for $6 extra. Now, I do strongly advise you to get a reservation, but you can't walk in. Doors are open. The party has begun at the Riverfront Steakhouse, Wyndham Hotel in North Little Rock, and be sure and ask for Uncle Shapor or Cousin William and tell them we sent you. 371-9000, 501 371-9000. That is the Riverfront Steakhouse, Wyndham Hotel in North Little Rock. The big three, 8-ounce pecan-encrusted, oven-roasted, 8-ounce filet of salmon, or the 12-ounce bone-in pork chop, or the 10-ounce filet. That is the Riverfront Steakhouse, Wyndham Hotel in North Little Rock.
So, Randy, do you ever watch the WNBA?
Occasionally, yes.
No, I don't. But in college, certainly Caitlin Clark got everybody's attention, and the WNBA ought to really thank her because their new contract is basically because of her. They play 44 regular season games. I wouldn't have known that, but I just read it. All 44 of Caitlin Clark's games will be on national television. That's how big she is. USA Network, 9 games. Prime Video. I don't call that... Every NBA playoff game the other night was on Prime Video. Hot ziggities for those of us who don't have it. 8 games on Prime Video. Ion, I don't know if, I guess we have that. I don't know. 7 games. ESPN 6 games. NBC or Peacock 5 games. ABC 4 games. CBS 4 games. NBA TV 1 game. But every one of them is going to be on something. I don't know if the other teams have that or not, but Caitlin Clark is, and supposedly she's healthy. And she is the face of the WNBA, whether people like that or not.
It's time for the mayor of Hogville.net. Hog fans, get ready for Kevin HoopScoop McPherson.
All right, Kevin, I feel like I need to just say, okay, give us an update. Where do things stand with Arkansas basketball?
Well, Arkansas is still trying to round out the front line recruiting. Portal, we know they had a 7-footer class of 2027 that may reclass to 26, which is what you would need to fill out this roster and finish out your front line. They had him on campus for a visit over the weekend. He had a planned visit for Michigan this weekend, but he is arriving in Louisville today. Kind of Louisville popping into the radar. Louisville's been hot and heavy in the portal. But now they're hosting a Bennett Akezi for a visit, and I think he will arrive sometime, or it's expected, planned to arrive sometime today, maybe tonight, for a Louisville visit. Now it's Thursday. If you remember when he came to Arkansas, he got there midday on Friday and left by Saturday afternoon. So in theory, he could do both Louisville and Michigan because the Michigan visit was set for this weekend. Some folks think that visit's off, but maybe he has enough time to do both through the weekend, but Louisville first, it looks like now. The other team trying to get in the picture is BYU, and so John Calipari, again, had him in on campus last weekend. Arkansas is trying to sew that up, but looks like Benny Akezi is taking other visits. And he said he would, but, Michigan was one of the teams mentioned at the time, and now Louisville's in the mix.
Isn't it interesting? I don't know if you've been reading about this, Kevin, but Louisville's athletic department is in a mess. They are so in debt, and they're trying to get out of it, but they're trying to spend their way out of it. And so I was reading, Pat Forty of Sports Illustrated wrote a big story on it, and he's from Kentucky, and pointed out that their basketball is spending enormous money through the NIL, money that they don't even have. But obviously they're going to pay the players somehow, whether they have to borrow it and they may seek. So it's a crazy story, but it's about how Louisville, because they don't have professional sports, how the University of Louisville is such a big deal to the city that they need to win, but their finances are in shambles. And yet there they are bidding. They're getting these great players.
Yeah, I mean, you look at through the portal, they got arguably, certainly a top 5 rated guy, maybe the number 1 prospect in Flory Badunga, Kansas's big man. They got Carter Knox. They got Jackson Shellstad, a big-time guard transfer out of Oregon. They picked up the Fulgeris, the forward that hit the 3 for Iowa to beat that knocked out Florida in the NCAA tournament. He was highly coveted. They've just loaded up with high dollar portal players. I don't know what they spent on Knox, but I mean, he was a coveted guy coming out of Arkansas.
Yeah.
And now Benny Akezi. We'll see where this goes. Arkansas, I've heard Calipari was doing what he could to keep Akezi from visiting Kansas. Taking that Michigan visit this weekend. And it looks like Pat Kelsey was working on that too, because he's got him on campus. Now, again, we'll see if he squeezes in a Michigan visit later in the weekend. But for now, he's set to arrive in Louisville. But what you brought up is a great point, Rick. It just shows you every program has its own way of dealing with things, whether they have a surplus or lack of it. And Calipari's been cautious in his portal spending, and at some point, the market's dictating higher NIL especially for frontline players, but it's been true of backcourt players as well. Calipari has 2 players committed and signed out of the portal, but he needs more for the front line. Akezi's not portal, but he's a 5-star and he's a 7-footer, and he's probably going to command as much as any high school player could. Because of the fact that he's, big men just get more because there's not as many of them, not as many that are quality anyway. So, what is Kelsey willing to do here? If they're running up a credit card, why not add one more? I don't know what they're doing.
Right, yeah. And I don't know how they're paying for this. And the story pointed out that they're every booster that they can talk to, every dollar that they can come up with, they're trying to do that. And it's just amazing because they think football and basketball is their prime sport, but they want to be good at football too, and they have been. And they their football coach was courted by other schools, and so they just gave him an enormous contract.
He's up to $9 million now?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. It's just it raises the question. Louisville obviously is in the ACC, which is not the financial giant that the Big Ten and the SEC are, but it's good. It's just not among the best, and yet it raises the question: is that where everybody's headed? And how is this financially sustainable? Is it?
Yeah, it's a great question. I mean, but the idea is that eventually it's 2 power conferences, and that would obviously be the Big Ten and the SEC. So,
but
I can't speak on what all of Louisville's problems are. I'm glad Pat Forty talked about it. I guess it gives some insight, but they don't look like they're having problems right now in the basketball.
No,
they're not.
Portal and having Akezi come in, so that. Have to take that serious. They're loading up, and there's again, Calipari does a lot of his building out of the high school part of it. retention's also been a big part of it his first 2 years at Arkansas.
Yeah.
We laugh about, he got here to meet the team and there was no team. Eventually he got Trevor and Brazil back from what was previously here. But he brought 3 guys with him that played for him at Kentucky. That was retention, really.
That's right.
And then last year he retained 4 guys. So this time around he's not, and that makes the portal more important than it's ever been for him since he's been at Arkansas, unless he's going to go grab some international players. Again, Akizi looking at reclassing. That's high school. Let's see if he gets him. But this spring is different than it was last year. Last year there weren't a lot of needs because of the level of retention and what he'd already done in the high school part. He's checked the box with 3 guys out of high school so far. Maybe Akizi makes it 4. But the retention part, now you're really, Ewan in the portal. We'll see, Billy Richmond has not made an announcement.
Yeah, what seems to be the delay on that, Kevin? What seems to be the delay?
Well, he can't go to the portal now.
Yeah,
so now
he can't go to the portal, and we never thought he would. I don't know what the delay is, but even if he tests the waters, which I expected he would for the draft, I don't think he's getting drafted. I think it's about feedback, which could help him, going into year 3 at Arkansas. So at the end of the day, whether he tests the waters or not, I think he's back. Malik Thomas is a question mark. And then we don't know, is the NCAA fast-tracking this 5 years to play 5? Everything I saw in mid-April, they're considering it.
Yeah.
Well, they're considering it, but I was told they're sticking with the current plan through the end of the school year for the upcoming 26-27. They must have changed on that.
Their NCAA president made an announcement either today or yesterday. I read it today.
It was today.
He wants to fast-track it,
saw it,
and he wants it starting next fall. And to where, but schools are hesitant because, say, you take a guy like Ewing or others that are petitioning for another year, you're still uncertain whether you can sign them right now because they're hoping to pass that, but it may not. They don't know.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
But that's right. So Arkansas is recruiting several players, by the way, that need a waiver. One of them is Michael Hanglotton, the big man at Florida. If you remember, he was hurt and missed most of the national championship season. He's 7'1", 260 pounds. But he hurt himself the year before in the SEC tournament. And so he missed most of the championship season, but he ended up playing 16 games. Well, I think 8 or 9 of those were in postseason. I got him back late at the end of the regular season. He got cleared, and so he wanted to play. So he can ask for a medical hardship. I don't know that he would get it. They played 40 games that year because they won the title. He would need that, or he needs that 5-5 to go through. But that may be someone Arkansas could get if it does.
Hang tight, Kevin. We got to step away for a moment. That is Kevin McPherson, better known as HoopScoop, courtesy of Hogville.net. Rick Schaeffer. I'm Randy Rainwater. Drive Time Sports will continue in just a moment.
10 Fitness brings you Top 10 Tuesdays with The Zone. Each week, Justin will dive into a different Top 10 list and take your calls. Turn back the clock on gym prices.
Superstars Joe Klein and Pat Bradley for Arkansas's #1 sports app, Bet Saracen.
Joe, you know the main difference between Bet Saracen and those other guys?
Definitely. Easier to navigate. Always good parlays. Plus, lots of fun choices. Like ping pong, right there on the app.
But the real difference are those special promos.
Get $250 on us with your first $25 wager.
Gambling problem? Call 800-GAMBLER.
Mother's Day is Sunday, May 10th, and you can make it unforgettable with something truly special from Tipton & Hurst, Arkansas's premier florist for over a century. Tipton & Hurst is your most trusted source for gorgeous floral arrangements, fine gift baskets, and high-quality blooming plants. If you're looking for something to brighten your Mother's Day, Tipton & Hurst has you covered. Shop at locations in Little Rock, North Little Rock, Conway, Pine Bluff, and Rogers, or enjoy the convenience of delivery right to Mom's doorstep. Don't miss out on this opportunity to show your mother how truly special she is. Call 501-666-3333 or visit TiptonHurst.com today.
Hello, Arkansas. Hawks is celebrating its 40th anniversary this month. In honor of that, we're selling a home at $39,995. We also have other specials going on, other models as well. Be sure to take advantage of this great deal. Only lasts the month of April. They can be viewed at Bryant and Conway or go online to HawgShomes.net.
When you think CertaPro Painters, you probably think interior and exterior painting for homes and commercial properties, which we do beautifully. But did you know that we're more than just paint? CertaPro also provides expert carpentry, sheetrock repairs, deck and fence staining, and durable garage and patio concrete coatings. Whether you're refreshing your home, upgrading a commercial space, or restoring outdoor areas, we deliver professional results with the quality and service you expect. Call CertaPro Painters today or schedule your free estimate at CertaPro.com. That's Certa with a C. CertaPro Painters, that's certainty.
When the unthinkable happens to your home or business, whether it's damage from smoke, water, fire, or mold, let Rainbow Restoration make you whole again. Their extensively trained team, state-of-the-art equipment, and 24/7 rapid response will help get your life back on track fast. Because this isn't just their service area, it's their home. When you need them, find them at ArkansasRestorationExperts.com. Rainbow Restoration, where they restore, you recover. Services performed by an independently owned and operated franchise.
Hey, this is Mitch at Red River Auto Group, and I'm working today. And today, as always, we're fighting where other dealers are advertising online prices that they actually don't give. You walk in the store, they're at $1,900, $2,900, or they're saying you don't qualify for this rebate or that rebate. And of course, we have to explain that to the customers. It had me thinking, they're probably explaining to their customers that we do the same thing. Well, we do not. Whatever you see online at RedRiverAutoGroup.com will be the price you get. Check us out, RedRiverAutoGroup.com.
You're listening to Drive Time Sports, coming to you live from the Eat My Catfish studios. Eat fresh, eat local, eat my catfish. The #1 sports radio show in Arkansas. Drive Time Sports on the Buzz Radio Network.
Everyone knows the Crain team's got them. New and pre-owned vehicles, pickup and delivery. Vehicles for every lifestyle and budget. The Crain team with 16 locations throughout Arkansas gives you access to new Ford, Chevrolet, Buick, GMC, Kia, Hyundai, and Volkswagen, but also access to over 5,000 pre-owned vehicles. The Crain team makes your dollar go further by letting you buy with zero down. Lenders that love to say yes, and every vehicle is inspected and certified for safety. With the Crain team, you'll get the Crain team clear choice, transparent pricing, and the Crain team commitment, including our love it or leave it exchange policy. Visit us online today at crainteam.com. Rick Schaeffer, I'm Randy Rainwater.
It's time for the mayor of Hogville.net. Hog fans, get ready for Kevin HoopScoop McPherson.
Kevin, one name that I have heard lately is Robert Miller by way of LSU. Do you know if there's any actual interest there or not?
Well, I talked about him on my Hogville.net Hoops YouTube show last night. He's a guy that is a good. He was a sophomore. He's a Houston native, sophomore at LSU. He would be a good addition for anybody. And I did have a source that told me not that long ago that Arkansas would have interest there, but there just hasn't been a whole lot of traction in terms of being able to confirm that or track down a Zoom call, let alone getting into this discussion about a visit. But he would be a good addition. I think he's probably one that 6'10", 230, probably somebody that. When you look at LSU and how poorly that team did, a lot of people are going to look at that, look at him statistically and say, you know what, I don't think so. But he averaged a block and a half, playing just under 20 minutes per game, Randy. And you look at him, if you look at him in a development, coming in and being a junior somewhere, getting more playing time, you start looking at his per 36-minute numbers from last year, and you see the potential there. So I'm glad he brought him up. I just don't know that Arkansas is down the road very far on that one.
One of the names that I heard was Chol Mashat, Charleston.
Yeah, College of Charleston. He's a 7-footer, 190 pounds.
Ooh.
if we learned anything last year, is Arkansas doesn't need to get lighter on the front line. So he is a rim protector. He's an elite shot blocker. I never say never, but that one, I'm paying attention to all these frontline guys. That's one, it's just one I've looked at.
No, I know. That's the reason why I threw it out there.
With a straight face, we're going to add a guy that's 7 foot and 190 pounds, unless he's, unless you're going to go more than a three deep on your front line for once. And I don't know that you could do that with a straight face after the way Arkansas got pushed around last year against teams that had, front lines that were, substantial. So I'd say no there, Randy.
What kind of impact are you expecting from Paulo Samido? What are you expecting from Samido?
No expectations. I think the fact that he redshirted, he was injured, and I think he was out. I don't think he practiced for a good stretch, maybe a month to 6 weeks. So anytime you're redshirting and then you also have an injury, it makes it, it means that in some ways he's even more behind. Now, it depends on what Arkansas does to finish out this front line recruiting, but I would be surprised if he's in the plans to be in a rotation. I think, however, he might be far enough along to be some real help if you need it, with some combination of foul trouble and injuries or something where we've seen Arkansas get in a pinch. This time around, I think a guy like him gives them better insurance, kind of like Seeley gave them last year. He wasn't your typical ninth man. He wasn't a walk-on value. He was someone that helped Arkansas a little bit. Now, he didn't have a rotation role, but when he was needed, he helped. And I think Samido could be that for the front line this coming year. But outside of that, I would not expect a planned rotation role for him, at all. Not expected. Now, that doesn't mean he couldn't find a way to earn it, but I don't go into it thinking that's going to happen.
All right. In regards to Malik Ewan, what have you heard on him?
Well, he went in the portal. He needs a waiver. And the 5-and-5 thing would help him out because otherwise he's counting on the NCAA to discount his junior college year.
Right.
And that's gone both ways. And we've actually seen players have to go to court over that, which would also be a possibility, but I'm not even sure the NCAA's weighed in on his situation with a yes or no. And then he can, if they say no, he can appeal it. And then after that gets exhausted, then you'd have the courts. But I'm not sure, Randy, but I do know he entered the portal, which is smart, because let's say eventually he gets the waiver or the 5-and-5 comes through. If Arkansas has already filled up what it needs for the front line because it wasn't sure what was going to happen for him, then he's got the option to transfer and be somewhere else and continue and get another season. And certainly if Arkansas hasn't filled up on the front line and he gets a waiver or the 5-and-5 thing goes through, then maybe he comes back to Arkansas and, no harm, no foul.
I've got to believe he's going to win because the Pavia, the quarterback for Vanderbilt, he got a year extended, did he not? Because of the junior college that he played in that 1 year. So I would suspect he'll get, but I may be wrong. Who knows? I thought he may have done this also to kind of test the waters to see what his worth might be on the open market. He averaged right at 10 points, 7 rebounds.
Yeah. Calipari doesn't welcome guys back who go in the portal. This could be an exception, not because, but it wouldn't be for that reason. It would be, because he's got to have an outlet. Arkansas's got to recruit as though they're not going to have him, and that would leave him high and dry if he gets a waiver and get in the portal on time, and Arkansas fills up by the time he learns of that. Now he's stuck. So I can understand, there being a way back for him based on an agreement like that. Based on him wanting to run up his value, and then, I don't think Cal is in on that.
No.
He has said before, if you go in the portal, that's not an option. But again, there may be an exception there and an agreement behind the scenes. I mean, he waited till the last day to announce to even go in. So I tend to think it's what we described here.
Hanging on. So have you been able to kind of confirm or get a feel? Are we talking 9 rotational players? Are we talking 10? Because we have talked about this. Injuries have really wrecked the rotation the last couple of years and really brought the lack of depth into focus. So are we hearing anything on roster size?
Well, 9 is kind of what I thought he'd go back to based on what I was told he was telling people before the season ended, before we got into postseason, because it was 2 years in a row with injuries. But for him to go, he went from 9 the first year to 8. After he had injuries the first year, he actually went last. So for him to go back to 9, I'll believe it when I see it. But when you say 10, Randy, I mean, I look at 2 years of that stuff and I'm like, they got to find the money. Go to 10. I mean, to me, that's a no-brainer. But Calipari operates a trained ways. I mean, I'm not sure he's not sitting there convincing himself, looking in the mirror and goes, you know what, I'm going to go down to 7.
I think I can do 7.
He's not going to do that. But
I don't think he's going to do that.
He's shrinking it down. So I think, I hope he gets to 9. I hope he at least gets back to 9. If he gets back to 10 and gets the right guys, then we're all going to be getting excited and, we'll be talking about football and baseball as off-season basketball, but I kid. Everybody wants football to do well. Baseball hopefully gets a turnaround. But yeah, I'd love a 10 deep, Randy, a true 10 deep, and let's go get them.
Yeah, time will tell. We'll find. I hope we find out soon. Some of these pieces start falling into place. But all right, Kevin, have a great weekend. We'll talk with you next week. Kevin McPherson.
Thanks, guys.
Better known as HoopScoop, courtesy of Hogville.net. One more segment, then we've got to step aside for Arkansas baseball. Coming up at the bottom of the hour, 6:30, Arkansas, Missouri, on our flagship station, 1037 The Buzz. Rick Schaeffer.
Need a machine that's ready for both. Honda's line of Pioneer side-by-side. Choose the Compact 520, the powerful 700 series, or go big with the 1000 line. Built for 3, 5, or 6. Visit Honda of Russellville or HondaofRussellville.com today and find your perfect Honda Pioneer side-by-side. For your safety, read the owner's manual and wear a helmet and eye protection. Always wear a seatbelt and close the side nets and doors when operating. Honda side-by-sides are for riders 16 and older.
Arkansas Municipal Equipment in Poen, founded over a decade ago by Daniel and Vanessa Ellison. They lease and sell trucks, trash carts, roll-off dumpsters, and street sweepers. Proud to be Arkansas's only authorized dealer for New Way refuse trucks and Timco street sweepers. Your authorized dealer for Galfab roll-off and hook lift trucks. You can get parts and service for all makes and models with technicians traveling the state to take care of you.
AME, it's the service after the sale.
The Zone Hotline on 103.7 The Buzz is presented by Jim's Razorback Pizza with 2 locations, Highway 10 past Taylor Loop and just off the Morgan Maumelle exit.
It's where the big boys come to play.
This is madness! This is Sparta!
103.7 The Buzz, KABZ Little Rock. Buzz News with KARK's Gary Burton Jr.
The main water supply for Conway and Morrilton is drying up as historic drought conditions continue across Arkansas. Brewer Lake is now 11 feet more shallow than usual for this time of year. Conway Corporation is now pulling 2.5 million gallons of water a day from Cadron Creek, using it as an emergency source to help lessen the blow. They've also asked people to only use water when necessary. Conway Corporation says if the drought doesn't break soon, they may have to put in place mandatory water conservation orders. This means people whose meters show excessive water usage could face a misdemeanor charge and will have to pay a fine. For the Buzz Radio Network, I'm KARK's Gary Burton Jr. Hope you have a fantastic Thursday, everyone.
If you don't already have the Bet Saracen Sports Wager app, download it today from the app stores or go to BetSaracen.com. Bet Saracen is Arkansas's favorite sports betting app.
Weather from the Fletcher Weather Center with KARK's Pat Walker.
It'll be a mostly sunny, warm, and breezy day. We'll top out at 81 degrees today at Little Rock. Tonight, a slight chance of a shower or thunderstorm. That's going to be closer to sunup on Friday morning. Otherwise, partly cloudy tonight, a low of 66. Then tomorrow, a 70% chance of rain and storms. With the Buzz Radio Network, I'm meteorologist Pat Walker.
The 22nd annual Double B's BuzzBarbecue, benefiting Ronald McDonald House Charities of Arkansas and North Louisiana, is coming up May 9th at the downtown Riverside RV Park in North Little Rock. Sample barbecue from some of the best barbecue cooks in Arkansas, competing for the coveted BuzzBarbecue Grand Champion Trophy. It's the 22nd annual Double B's BuzzBarbecue, May 9th, brought to you by Oaklawn Sports, Bud Light, and Gravely Mowers. Special thanks to Jazz Camper Rental and Arkansas Golf and Power Sports. Get your tickets at buzzbarbecue.com.
Hello, folks. It's Frank Fletcher from the Fletcher Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram store right here in Sherwood. Well, you know, I looked this up, and we've been in business since 1989. That's a long time. You know, many dealers have come and gone. We believe our pricing policy and our service after the sale have served us well. As you know, folks, we post our sale prices, which we call green tags, right on the windshield. This way, everyone gets the same price, and there's no hoops or no negotiations to jump through to get to the bottom line. I don't like saying so many thousands off. That's very confusing. Off of what? And does that affect my interest rate? So I like to keep things simple. My promise is this: we will not be undersold. We value your time and your decision. Come visit us in Sherwood on Royden Road, or check us out with our green tag pricing on FletcherDeals.com. Thank you.
It's the Can-Am Yellow Tag event at all Brantford Marine and ATV Can-Am locations. Over $2,500 in discounts on the 2025 Sea-Doo RX TX with 325 horsepower. Financing as low as 3.99% or an additional $1,000 discount. New Spyder RTs are here. Or save big on 2025 Canyon motorcycles with discounts up to $3,000 and financing as low as 1.99%. And Can-Am Defender Limiteds are still in stock. Get Founders Day savings at all Bradford Marine and ATV Can-Am locations.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio.
ZipRecruiter.
Spring is around the corner, and it's the perfect time for a fresh start. At Arkansas Urology, they make men's health screenings simple, convenient, and focused on you. Whether it's prostate health, hormones, or preventative care, taking action now keeps you moving forward. Strong men don't ignore their health, they own it. Schedule your screening with Arkansas Urology today. 501-219-8900 or visit ArkansasUrology.com. Arkansas Urology, built for men's health.
This is the Pigskin Preacher, bringing you the word. On June 11, 1963, President John F. Kennedy delivered a historic televised address to the nation, declaring civil rights a moral issue. And he added, "I hope that every American, regardless of where he lives, will stop and examine his conscience about this and other related incidents. This nation was founded by men of many nations and backgrounds. It was founded on the principle that all men are created equal and that the rights of every man are diminished when the rights of one man are threatened. Double B's believes and practices this principle, as do our customer in 34 stores across the natural state. Come on in and grab some great grub to get you on your way. Double B's. It's where you gas it, grab it, and go. That's Double B's.
Live from the Eat My Catfish studios, it's time for Arkansas's #1 caller-driven sports show. It's Drive Time Sports on the Buzz Radio Network with your hosts, Randy Rainwater and Rick Schaeffer. Lock it in and get ready to dial us up. Drive Time Sports is on the air.
Hour number 3 of Drive Time Sports here on the Buzz Radio Network. Rick Schaeffer standing by in Northwest Arkansas. I'm Randy Rainwater from the capital city. I was about to talk so fast I was going to chop over some words. Anyway, all right, coming up at the bottom of the hour, 6:30, Arkansas baseball taking on Missouri in Columbia, Missouri. So keep it tuned right here on 103.7 The Buzz. Coming up next, Arkansas baseball at the bottom of the hour. I mentioned this earlier. I got to stop by Double B's. May need to pick up. In fact, there's no may. Get the Supreme Pizza, the cheese pizza from the Double B's Deli. What a meal. Get snacks. Get all my favorite items. And the best part about it is I can save money. Yeah, I can save money. Ask your Double B's cashier about signing up for a rewards card where you can save money on purchases at all stores. And certainly we're all looking for ways to cut energy costs. Okay, sign up with your Exxon credit card. Get 10 cents off a gallon at the pump. That could be beneficial right now. And you can always, if you're in a hurry, you can pay at the pump with your Exxon or Phillips 66 mobile app at all stores. That's Double B's. It's where you gas it, grab it, and go. Make it Double B's. Well, Rick, this is... We like educational stuff.
Yeah, we do.
On this program.
We like to learn.
Yeah, this is from our Middleton Heat and Air. It says, man discovered fire when lightning struck an animal and had well-done meat. And man invented ketchup because they couldn't get mustard. Man, I learned all that today. Now,
can you imagine the first time that cooked meat happened? They're just walking by like, hey, well, that smells incredible. Guys, come here. This is so much better than what we've been doing.
But now, the odds of that poor old caveman making sure he come up on that animal just after he got toasted, I'm not sure I'd want.
You say you don't run towards lightning bolts?
No, I don't. I have avoided.
I feel like somebody in your family stands on the front porch when there's a thunderstorm or a tornado coming, though.
Well, my wife does. There's no argument there.
I don't know if you all have seen the movie The Great Awakening. It's a great movie. Mixes faith and history, but it surrounds Benjamin Franklin is involved in it. And there's a scene where he just goes running out with joy with this kite with electricity, all over the place. And so I don't remember if that's how electricity was discovered. I mean, because we didn't have it really till Thomas Edison got it started, did we? I don't think. But this movie, I mean, he is just joyful. He's out there with a kite and the lightning striking, and everybody else is, can we get out of here? It's pretty funny.
Yeah,
movie.
Electricity happened in the 20s in the U.S. On the grand scale, but there was uses, and they found all the old batteries and stuff like that, and in Egypt. But But as far as us, late 1800s is when they really started turning it up. 20s is when we started using it.
You Googled that?
Of course I did. But also, I don't know if you guys have ever been to Disney World when they really go through the history of electricity when you're on the Carousel of Progress.
No.
It's a great, big, beautiful tomorrow, shining at the end of every day.
That's great. It only costs you $260 to get in and find out.
Worth it.
Worth it.
I'll do it every year.
Do you?
Oh,
You go
yeah.
to Disney every year?
We didn't go last year. Health became a thing, but we've gone. Before we had kids, Tiff and I went like probably 12, 15 times, and we've been. Our boys have been 5 or 6 times apiece. So yeah, we go quite a bit.
How about that? Well, good for you. You must like it.
We do. I don't like paying for it, but it's worth it when I get there.
Bet. Yeah.
That's really painful. This is from our Milton Heat and Air. The mayor of Rooster Poot checks in Boyd. He says prediction by December 2026. That's just a few months away. Sam Pittman will be named Arkansas's athletic director, and Barry Lunny will be named head football coach. Now, who would say if Sam was hired, would he name Barry Lunny as the head football coach?
Well, let's just say this. I certainly I haven't even talked to people who have talked to him. But I'll bet you Sam Pittman's the happiest man in Arkansas. And if you said, hey, would you like to come back and be athletic director? I don't think it would take him 1 second to say no. Do you?
I don't think it wouldn't take me that long.
I mean, the stress is
Why
totally
do you want
off
to climb
of him.
back into that cooker?
No. Look, he did an excellent job of rebuilding Arkansas's program. For the 9,000th time, I will say 2021 was totally unexpected, one of the best seasons ever at Arkansas, considering expectations. But when it ended, and he got a nice payout, and he's got a nice house on the lake. Why in the world would he want to be athletic director?
No, I agree.
Being an AD right now, I can't think it's very fun. I don't, 100-yard check and I certainly can say hello to each other, and he knows me and I know him. But beyond that, we don't have conversations. I can't, only because we're never around each other, but because he would, I'm sure. But I can't imagine it's fun. It might be rewarding, and it might have its good moments, but I can't imagine it's fun to be an athletic director, not just at Arkansas, but any place right now. We just talked about Louisville a minute ago. It cannot be fun to be the AD at Louisville. It's certainly not fun to be the AD at Kentucky. He just announced he retired, and they had a new position for him that was going to pay him $1 million a year. And boosters complain, you're going to pay him $1 million a year for a position we don't even know what it is? Some workplace athletics or something. I can't remember what it was.
It was kind of a PR role, wasn't it?
Yeah. So, yeah, I think so. So anyway, because of all the flack, he said.
The governor basically said no.
Yeah, the governor said, what's this about?
Yeah.
Yeah, so he decided he's not going to do it. But it's. It
was only going to be $1 million a year, though, to do that.
It can't be fun being an athletic director right now. Can it?
Can you imagine? As a PR person, they're going to pay you $1 million a year, though. I bet if they said, "We'll give you $100,000,"
they didn't pay some of us PR guys that.
No,
I can tell you that.
No,
they didn't pay me $100,000. And I doubt if they're paying that now. I doubt it. I think Kevin Traynor, because he was an assistant AD and really became more than just a PR guy, I think he got six figures the last few years he was there.
And deserving of every penny.
That's right.
Waldo Mark says from our Milton Heat and Air, see ya, cram dog. I'll miss you.
Hit me with the cram dog. Hey now, thanks, man.
Cram dog.
I was sharing with, who was I talking with? I said my biggest regret about coming to Arkansas and living here all these years is never going to Waldo, Arkansas when Travis Jackson was alive. You were born in Waldo, that guy just from Waldo. Travis Jackson, John McGraw called him the best shortstop that he ever managed. Now, he didn't manage Honus Wagner, obviously, but Travis Jackson was a terrific shortstop. He was from Waldo, Arkansas. The only major league games he ever went to were the ones he played in. He never saw one before his career started, and he never saw one after his career started. And when it ended, and after he was finished with the Giants, he went back to Waldo, Arkansas. He was alive when I got here, and I've had the privilege of visiting with Brooks Robinson and George Kell and a few others. I regret that I didn't say, I'm going to drive to Waldo, Arkansas and meet this guy. Did you ever meet him, Randy?
No, I did not. No, I have not.
He's from your town.
Yeah.
And he was still alive when you were there. And Waldo can't be that big. Did you even know he was there?
You're saying in 1951, when I was born, I'm supposed to go over and, hey, where's Travis Jackson?
No, but
I want to meet him.
Were you not there very long in Waldo?
No.
Okay, all right. You were just born there.
I was just born there.
Okay.
We actually lived in Taylor, Taylor. We actually lived in Taylor.
I wonder if anybody in our listening audience ever met Travis Jackson. I really would like to know that. I'd like to know what he was like. I love baseball and I love history. I would have loved to have known what he was like.
Someone asked me the other day what I thought was my favorite show of all time that we've had here on Drive Time Sports.
On Drive Time, yeah.
And I quickly answered, we had him on twice. But the first time we had him on was absolutely amazing. And that was Mr. George Kell.
Yeah.
It was a great interview.
Yeah. Yeah, he was fantastic. You know, and again, a great story. A guy that after his baseball career was over, moved back to Swifton, had a car dealership. I don't know if it had been in his family, but he kept it. And then he did Detroit Tiger telecast for years. And he would fly, I guess he drove from Swifton to Little Rock to fly to Detroit, do the games, come back, sell cars. Pretty amazing, isn't it?
Amazing. All right, this from our Middleton Heat and Air says, I love the baseball talk. My 9-year-old struggles with flying open too. But he's not getting paid to play. Not sure what we were talking about that particular
Flying
moment.
open? I don't know. Is that a...
This one, hey, Rick, were you in KC for the Baltimore games this week? I was there on business. I was there for the Royals' first win in 10 games.
That was the Tuesday night game when the Orioles, Adley Rutschman came back after being on the injured list, hit a 2-run homer in the 8th, put them ahead 5-4. Royals got a home run in the bottom of the 8th. The Orioles have a pitcher named Garcia who had pitched 11. It was his 12th appearance, and it was the first time he gave up a hit. He gave up a home run, tied the game. In the bottom of the 9th, they brought Helsley in, and Helsley promptly walked 2 guys. He struck out the next hitter, but it was a wild third strike. So the runners moved to second and third, and then he threw a wild pitch, and the Royals scored and won.
That was bizarre.
Yeah, tough way to lose.
Very bizarre. But Baltimore came back and won the last 2.
They won yesterday, and they won Monday night. How about this, Randy? The Orioles, their second hitter Monday night, got a double. They didn't get another hit until there were 2 out in the 9th. And 2 guys that had walked were on, and Sammy Basayo, their rookie catcher, got a base hit to tie the game. They ended up going 12 innings, and they won in 12 innings. But they didn't have a hit from the second batter until 2 out in the 9th inning, and won the game.
I think that's what you call a drought.
Great, yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Baseball's a crazy game.
I didn't realize that this from our Middleton Heat and Air that John McGraw is Tim McGraw's dad.
No. No. Not John McGraw, the manager, is not Tim McGraw's dad. There's a few years in between there.
Maybe there is another John McGraw beside the manager.
Well, we would know for sure if he was part Cherokee and Choctaw and born and raised in the Chippewa.
Yeah, right, exactly. No, John McGraw managed in New York, and he played for the old Baltimore Orioles in the 1890s, and he managed in the 1900s, teens, and 20s. I don't think he's Tim McGraw's dad.
Let's see here.
But with AI, you could make it look like it, couldn't you?
Oh my goodness gracious!
You can do anything with that.
That is some of the things I'm now seeing on Facebook. They call those reels, REELS.
Yeah, videos.
And they'll show actors when they start. Let's say I saw one the other day for Happy Days, and Fonzie showed him as he was in the show. Then they show him how he is age-wise now.
Oh,
like
yeah.
He just hit 80 this week.
Yeah.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
And some of them are really good. You can look at some of them and think, wow, that really is. Except for the ones where they say they're like 90 and they still look like they're 70.
Oh, look, you
60.
go on YouTube if you like history like me, whether it's Civil War soldiers, Revolutionary War leaders, and they take their the Civil War, they'll take their picture and make them come to life. And there they are moving and smiling, and you're thinking, are you serious? showing what they might have been like personality-wise. These guys been dead for 100 years. It's amazing.
This from my Middleton.
I fully expect sometime in the next couple of years for there to be another John Wayne movie. Don't you?
They gonna resurrect him or something?
They'll bring him back. Yeah.
Oh, gosh.
Recreate him.
Oh, another Elvis. Look at that Elvis right there.
Elvis is coming back. That's right.
This from Middleton Heat and Air. Tug McGraw that pitched in the 70s and 80s is Tim McGraw's dad.
Oh, yeah, I think that's right. Isn't that something? Yeah, I think that is right. Tug McGraw, relief pitcher, who I think is deceased. But and then Tim McGraw, the country singer. Okay, so here's I just started liking country music a few months ago. But I did like Faith Hill, and she was married to Tim McGraw. But are they married anymore?
I think they still are they not? Because
I hope so.
They started in 1867?
Yep, still married, 29 years together.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Very glad to know.
Actually starred in one of the Yellowstone type series.
Oh, did they? Together?
Yep, together. They went like 1827 or 1867, then they went 1923. The 23 is when Harrison Ford stars.
Okay. How about... wasn't Tim McGraw the husband in The Blind Side? Sandra Bullock's husband in The Blind Side, the adopted offensive lineman?
That I don't know.
I think that's right.
This one is from our Middleton Eating Air from Brian. He says, Rick, I found Waldo twice headed to Magnolia for state tournament baseball. But if you blink, you'll go right through Waldo.
Really?
I didn't run into the ball player, however.
Does it say... was the home of Travis Jackson? Because I can't imagine Waldo's famous for anything, and maybe your birthplace. I guess they could put that up.
We need to get a sign. If Bobby Bones has a sign in Mountain Pine, we need a Randy Rainwater sign. And Shannon Hills needs one for me too. Let's bring that
out. Okay, let us talk with Don. Don, good afternoon. Welcome to Drive Time Sports.
Good afternoon, guys.
Good afternoon to you.
I'm calling reference to Travis Jackson.
Yeah.
I live in Magnolia. Waldo is 5 miles north of here with Magnolia.
Yeah.
And there's nothing there but a convenience store and a post office. Wow. And that's it.
Wow.
They have a railway that runs through the middle of town.
Yeah.
Did
you ever meet him?
I never did. And there is a sign when you're entering Waldo, it says home of Travis Jackson.
Oh, there is. How about that?
There is, yeah.
Wow.
So there's hope for us, Randy.
Go ahead. My grandfather played. Waldo used to have a semi-pro team, and my grandfather was a teammate of Travis Jackson.
No kid.
I couldn't tell you the year. Yep, I couldn't tell you the year. My mother might know, but she's inside. But yeah, he played ball with Travis Jackson, a semi-pro team before Travis went in the big leagues. Yeah.
Wow. So you're talking about way back. You're talking about the 19-teens, because Jackson played for the Giants in the 20s and maybe early 30s.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm not. Like I said, I don't know what year it was. I know my granddad used to talk about him all the time, how good a player he was. But,
wow.
I was just going to let y'all know.
Thank you. That's wonderful. Thank you for sharing that.
Okay, but another tidbit, I wouldn't waste your time, Rick, to come to Waldo because there's nothing there.
I'm not coming just to see a sign that says home of Travis Jackson. That's a long way to drive from here just to see that. Thank you. Thank you for that tip. I will.
All right, y'all have a good day.
Do that.
Thank you, Don.
Thank you. So why were you born in Waldo? What were your parents doing at that time?
My father was a Baptist minister.
In Waldo?
And he was pastoring in Taylor.
Okay.
But the only doctor that was within who knows how many miles was in Waldo.
Wow. So were you born in your house? The doctor come to you?
Well, no, I went to Waldo. I went from Taylor to Waldo.
Was there a hospital in Waldo? He just said there was a convenience store and something else. You tell me there was a hospital there?
Rick, I was too young at that time to know exactly
Maybe you're born in the doctor's office or something, huh?
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't remember that precise moment, how
And
it all
probably,
came about.
and you never asked about it?
Oh, I was told it was a clinic.
Yeah, okay, so you were born in a clinic.
And then went back to Taylor,
Yeah.
but born in Waldo. Went back to Taylor.
That? And Taylor's a little bigger because they've been really good at baseball, right? Class A.
And Waldo's been very good at their level.
Really?
Yes.
I thought
basketball
nobody lived
especially.
I thought nobody lived
Well,
in Waldo.
he didn't say they all lived right there by Travis in the sign. That's just the population of now this is weird.
Okay. So's this whole show, but that's okay.
It's been a weird show, guys.
Okay. All right. I was just for a minute the row of who cares what's going on with the board.
Yeah, the phones are all bananas right now.
And what is going on with that?
I don't know, man.
Every other line, you notice how it's alternating?
It looks like it's Merry Christmas time, and
every other line it's alternating.
The phones are really messed up.
Maybe that's the signal that we're about to go off the air.
I think it is.
Getting all these phone signals.
I think we better go now. Okay, coming up next, Arkansas Razorback baseball. For Rick Schaeffer, I'm Randy Rainwater, and yes, Dr. Google.
Present.
Coming up next, Arkansas Razorback baseball. Buzz Animal Cruelty, spay and neuter your pet. Have a great rest of the night. So long, everybody.
To celebrate their partnership with the Arkansas Game and Fish Commission, your Arkansas Chevy dealers are giving away a 2027 Chevy Silverado 1500. For complete rules and to register to win, current Arkansas Game and Fish license holders should visit ChevySweepstakes.com/Arkansas Truck Hunt or see your Arkansas's best Chevy dealer for more details. No purchase necessary to enter or win. Open to legal residents 18 years or older who reside in Arkansas. Contest ends 12/31/26. Void where prohibited.
When the unthinkable happens to your home or business, whether it's damage from smoke, water, fire, or mold, let Rainbow Restoration make you whole again. Their extensively trained team, state-of-the-art equipment, and 24/7 rapid response will help get your life back on track fast. Because this isn't just their service area, it's their home. When you need them, find them at